Hi everyone, how we doing today? I hope you're having a good weekend. Welcome to a Sunday stream. We're doing Crypto Cringe. How's everyone doing today? I have a very casual look going on, so forgive my kind of messy hair updo. Let's see what we have going on in the chat. History Chick 96, thanks for 15 months of Prime. Kirthin, thank you for 21 months, and that catches us up. Great. So how's everyone doing? Hello, Halloween Town. Undercover Beast, Overthought. Vamp Juice. How's everyone doing? Nick says, PB'd 70 star on Friday and 120 star yesterday. Have a pre-cleanse. Oh. Cute. And somehow, CryptoLand returned. Grey Fox 2343, thanks for gifting a sub and kicking off a hype train. So let's do it. Do it to it, chat. I believe in us. The subs are down so far this month, so I know people need subs. 97% to level 1 on the hype train. I'm so excited. Tuesday is Jake's birthday, and I'm gonna go over and spend time with him and all the D&D group. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. Harbor57, thanks for gifting a sub. But I gotta figure out what I'm gonna get Jake for his birthday. What do we think? Dude Spanking Dude says, I have some sad news. Me and my mom and dad are going to New York on August, so me and my dad are going to go get boosters, but my mom doesn't want the booster. She says that getting the vaccine is enough and won't get the booster because of it's all religion and politics. Your mom's dumb. No offense. Your mom is dumb. A house in CryptoLand. I don't have that much money. It costs like $1 million. Weed and corn. He does like both of those things. Let's look on Amazon. I accidentally typed in Amazon. Will I Am Not Okay with 100 bits says, just got out of seeing the new Top Gun movie. It's a good popcorn flick. I haven't even seen the original Top Gun, so I could get him something D&D related. We all know he likes D&D. There's a game shop nearby that's also a comic book shop I was going to go to probably tomorrow to see if there's anything he might like. Jake already has a corn dildo. I don't know if he still has it. Undercover Beast with 150 bits says, woo, hype. Also, here's a link to a video laughing at one of Elon's failures. Time starts as a comparison to European transportation, which makes Elon's idea look super pathetic. It's a longish analysis, though. Oh, yeah, I've seen this guy's stuff. I've watched some of his other debunkings, I think, on some of the dumb Tesla ideas. Could get a bulk set of figures. This has free one-day shipping, too. It's got a dragon. Oh my god. That's a bear with shark hands. That's pretty good. Did I hear about the bored monkey hack? Vaguely. You guys see that bear with a shark for hands, right? That's pretty good. 39% to level 2. These seem pretty unique in terms of... It looks like they got like a barrel robot or a barrel mimic. It doesn't really look mimic-y, though. Looks like pretty unique minis in this. We got a turtle with a cannon. That's pretty cool. Okay. Wildspire Fantasy Miniatures with huge dragon for D&D miniatures, D&D accessories, 28mm bulk Dungeons & Dragons miniatures. $40. How much is just the dragon? He has dragons, though. $19 with a dragon. Hydrate. Oh no, where's my water? Did I leave my water somewhere? Hold on. Thank you. We are at 39% to level 2 on the hype train. The Coin Man back. Unfortunately, they're not... It doesn't look like they're using him in at least their new stuff, but... More minis. Jake has so many minis. And we could always use more. Is there any websites that are just like the D&D props? Thank you.
Forget about the fortune cookies.
Hydrate. Oh, yes. I have the fortune cookies. So we have more of those. If you missed the last crypto stream, there's a company that's a crypto company that also makes fortune cookies. So we have crypto. A lot of them are crypto themed. At the very least, they're vaguely crypto related because they are made by a crypto company or at least sponsored by them. So if you throw me at least 100 bits and you would like, you can get a fortune from the from the crypto fortunes. Can mods get a free fortune? No. Okay, Halloween Town, you can have one. I feel mean saying that. You can have one. Citisaurus says, one of the most obnoxious things about packing is trying to find the end of the damn tape without shredding it. Makes me want to scream. Let's see. Only level 1 on the hype train. Disappointing, chat. This one says, let's make it rain, lo mein, today. Your lucky numbers are 3, 8, 19, 26, 31, and 47. These are made by FTX. Dude Spanking Dudes wants one as well? Sure. Mods can have one, because we have a lot of them. And mods put in a lot of work for the channel, and they're here all the time. Alright, let's see what this one is. Jokes about the dollar are funny, but they buy less laughs every year, as opposed to Bitcoin, which apparently lost 50% of its laughs over the last 12 months. Oh boy. Let's put these to the side.
Put the cookies back in like the plastic after you open them, and I'll eat them so they don't go to waste. And so that I have a delicious treat. Thank you. Your fortune is my gain.
Procagom says, will I actually get a fortune this time, or will it be empty again? Let's find out. You're cursed! Are you just like a fake person? Because I'm not fucking kidding. I am not kidding. You did not get a fortune again. This one is empty. I'll open another one, but I swear to God, there's nothing in this. I'm not fucking with you. Hold on, I'll open another one. Dr. Gamble says, fun fact, fortune cookies are Japanese, not Chinese. Do not bring up fortune cookies in China. They're not happy about them. It's an interesting thing to be mad at. Procagom says, I get the best fortunes. And don't you dare open another? Hey, if you don't want it, that's fine. Morok with 15-bit months says, fun fact, last night I got into an argument with my conservative father where I pointed out that the people he supports politically have introduced 200-plus anti-LGBTQ bills since the start of the year. His defense for this included citing Blair White as a Republican conservative, so clearly things aren't as bad as what I say. And when I vented to my sister about this, she's tried convincing me that's just because my dad supports people who want me dead doesn't mean that he wants me dead. Yeah, that shit's frustrating. Procagom, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Let's look for a gift for Jake real quick. No one say anything to him. I probably can't get anything on Etsy because his birthday's in like 2 days. Some of the props on Etsy are cool though, because they have various potions and stuff that are pretty neat. I don't know how they actually turn out in fairness. An immovable rod! Wow, it's an actual immovable rod. Overthought says, I may be hollow inside, but my cookie will be full. Let's find out. There's a massive opportunity sitting right under your nose. It's cryptocurrency. They're telling you to buy cryptocurrency. I wouldn't recommend it. I could get him a thing on Etsy, then show him a picture. I don't think that's fun, though. Bumble Homestead says Etsy is dangerous land of temptation. It is. It's also a decent place to get bootleg Blu-rays if you know where to look. I'm not going to tell you where to look, because then a bunch of people might flood it or report it, and then I'm out, but, you know. I know a guy who does good bootlegs, is all I'm saying. Get him crypto? You know, I don't think that's the nicest thing to do, since we both hate crypto. It would basically be telling him, like, I fucking hate you. Which would be funny, but not very nice. Wait, what was that? Oh, that was the Elon Musk thing. Amazon, this is done. And we're good. Alright, let's get into it. Let's just start with some hors d'oeuvres, you know? Where is the Twitter? I know I had a Twitter link open, but it wasn't this one. Hold on, I gotta turn the screen off for a second while I find the Twitter thing. But I can't go to my Twitter homepage with the screen on because people horny post on Twitter. Yeah, see, Sarah's tweet came up. This time it isn't horny posting, but it's Sarah. Actually, Sarah's been doing less horny posting lately. I don't know if that's a good sign or if she's ill. Either way, let me find the thing. Okay, let's take a look. Sarah posts in cycles, yeah. Okay. Crypto Bros taking L's. What's going on? Breaking! Bored Ape Yacht Club and other side metaverse Discord servers have been hacked. Millions worth of NFTs reportedly stolen. You'll love to see it. Oh, this one's pretty good. I saw this the other day. This was on the legal advice subreddit. Someone says this. Landlord held my security deposit as Bitcoin. Pretty much what it says in the title. I moved out last month. Lease ended April 30th, and my landlord sent me a check for $1,604 last week. My original deposit was $3,000, equal to 1 month's rent. I emailed and asked for a list of the expenses that were incurred that resulted in the lesser deposit, and they told me yesterday that they had held the money in a money market account, and it had lost value over the year. I called them immediately and asked what brokerage they had used. They told me it was held at Bank of America. After some heated prying, they finally admitted that they had put the deposit into Bitcoin via Bank of America's exchange. So this is some landlord fuckery. That is theft. No, that's not how that works. And I would bet you all $10 trillion that if the money market account had gone up, the landlord wasn't going to give the profit to the tenant. So basically, they want the losses to be the problem of the renter, but any profit, well, of course, that's the landlord's right. They're a lord, after all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a fucking legal. So hopefully they get the rest of that money back. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. This person says, oh wow, I wonder where all the money went. Please listen to yourself and realize that there is no FUD. You're in a Ponzi scheme. I believe this was in regard to Luna, the recent stable coin that went defunct. And this person says, so any project that pumps and has a sell-off is a Ponzi scheme? If so, 95% of crypto is a Ponzi to you. Have a good day. Correct. Crypto is Ponzi scheme, yes. Binance posts, who comes down to the Binance pizza shop in Cannes? Let's take a look at some of the best shots from the day. Oh god. What kind of horrible abomination of a pizza is this? Is it pineapple? I can't even, it looks like pineapple, but it's not even like a normal Hawaiian pizza. It looks like a pizza with cheese and ham and slices of tomato? Tomato, olive, pineapple. That's disgusting. What the hell? I'm a pizza slut, and even I would say no to that one. This is pretty funny. Unfortunately, due to a vastly uneven ratio of men to women who signed up for our wait list, we have decided to put the BAYC dating app on hold indefinitely. Too many bros. We sincerely appreciate your interest and support. So they were working on a lonely ape dating club, which was going to be a dating app for people who own the, Bored Ape NFTs. But no women were there, so they had to cancel the project. Nick says they done randomly generated a pizza. What else are you gonna do? Ethereum co-founder says every average smallholder impacted by Terra's stablecoin crash should be made whole. Cites FDIC's $250,000 as precedent. You cannot say you want decentralized finance, and then when things go badly for you, beg to be bailed out by the federal government. You fucking assholes. Looking for a crypto token developer, says Jose Canseco, who, as I understand it, is a baseball man. Greg says, hey, it's Greg. DM me, Jose. I can help. Baseball man says, hey, are you a token dev? And he says, no way, Jose. Got him. Got him. Weren't you around for 2008? I was. Bonnie says, I'm going to have sex tonight. Good for Bonnie. RickCEO.eth says, alone or with someone. And Bonnie says, I don't accept criticism or roasts from people who invest in cryptocurrency. Good for Bonnie. I love Bonnie. They say bots represent 5 to 10% max of total users, so how is it not much left when those are cleared out? I'd be more worried about that 700,000 wasted on an NFT. Wrong form of wasted. It'd be more worried about wasted. I wouldn't. I'd rather spell one word wrong than spend $700,000 wrong, wouldn't you? Ooh, burn. True. Very true. Logan Chippy says, my wife, why don't you sell some of your Luna so you can realize a win? Me. You know how many wives told their husbands to sell Amazon at 100? My wife, that's not the same thing. Me. You're right. It's bigger. Got a good chuckle. Well done. Wives don't get it. She's a great oh, gross. She's a great baby maker, but a horrible investor. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. All those tweets were deleted after Luna crashed. Luna is now worth 0. Luna is done. Luna went from $1 to nothing. He lost all of his money that was in it. That fucking idiot had the gall to be like, my wife's a good baby maker, but bad at investing. Oh, you can't even make a baby, bitch. What are you worth? Fucking idiot. Undercover Beast says, ew. Correct. Zeitgeist75, thanks for 8 months. Oh no, baby Luna, my dearest creation named after my greatest invention. Do Kwon was the guy who created Luna, the cryptocurrency stablecoin that crashed to like 0. He named his baby after Luna, which is now defunct. That's a shame. So we're all poor? How does that 700,000 ape feel now? I bought it because I like the artwork. The artwork. I like that the best part about critiquing NFTs in general when we're talking about profile pic image macros like the Bored Apes is that it's self-evident what the issue is. There are a ton of issues, but a major issue is self-evident and all you have to do is like pull it up and I don't have to say anything. I still haven't said anything about it. He paid almost $1 million for this. He paid $750,000 almost for this. I'm confident you can draw your own conclusions on that. This person put $2.8 million in Luna, and this was, as of a couple weeks ago, it went down to 1,000. It's worth even less now. It's worth nothing, so... Hope you at least got the 1,000 out. A 350,000 Bored Ape was sold for $115. Still overpriced. Other side meta says, also, we've heard from the community that we should allot more time for users to set pre-approval for ApeCoin. So starting at 9 a.m. Eastern on 4:30, users will be able to do this. The actual sale will not begin until 9 p.m. Eastern, a full 12 hours later. This is terrible. I'm getting married on Saturday. Already moved pictures to meet the 12 p.m. time slot. This is unacceptable. This idiot is literally moving around shit for his wedding in order to buy crypto shit. Holy hell. Nick says, I can draw my own conclusion and they'd still look better than that shit. Ooh, clever. Bumble Homestead says, more dollars than cents. Use your money for something meaningful, like having the internet lady read your sentences. It's true. I'll read anything that's TOS. You just give me bits and type in the thing, and I'll do it. As long as it's not, slurs or gross. Auntie Pretzel says, for $2.8 million, he could have paid off all of everything ever and had enough to put his kids through college without issue. Yeep. Proctagom says, ooh. See? That costs 50 cents. Well, bits, I guess, cost more than 50 cents for you, but I get 50 cents. A bit's 1 penny for me. So, ooh.
Bored ape stolen. Bored ape stolen.
Should I know who that is? Me, the Halo voice guy, will never say bored ape stolen. The Halo voice guy. I've never played Halo. Nick says, Auntie Pretzel, but if his kids went to college, they'd learn that crypto is a scam. Undercover Beast says, I'm into muscle and saw some of the muscular ape NFTs, and for a moment I realized why someone with shared interests would be into it. And then I remembered I can pay someone on Fur Affinity $100 for a kick-ass commission and support an artist instead of spending $139,000 for a crappy copy-paste randomized JPEG. Yeah, there are a lot of ways to support artists. Crypto is not one of them. Woof. 100 apes. Jesus Christ. Anyone who lost their ape and is still using it as your profile picture, please remove it, as you no longer own it. That's how it works. Okay, let's see what else we got. Do I want to get into CryptoLand already? How many people are watching? Almost 200. That's probably fine. KBS says, you said you would. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. I did it. Okay, let's get into CryptoLand. Thanks, everyone, for, sticking around. All right, so CryptoLand was a project that we looked at some months back when it was at the height of its popularity in terms of internet memery. Of course, we all remember the incredibly creepy coin, Connie, the terrible animation, the cringe meme attempts, all culminating in a project that basically everyone on the internet looked at and said, is this satire? It wasn't satire, as it turned out. It was indeed a real project where some crypto bros, also Kyle Chassis, which, by the way, it turned out, I don't think did I mention this? You know the guy that bought the first plot of land on CryptoLand, and he was the only guy that bought a plot of land? And I was like, I think he's involved in this project, and he's not talking about it because it feels like he is. I thought he was just being sponsored in some way. Turns out, some better sleuths than myself, some people who actually know how to parse the blockchain, took a look, and it turns out Kyle was allegedly behind the whole thing. Kyle did not disclose that he is actually the one behind CryptoLand, and the people that were shown as the founders were just people that were working with him. So that's kind of scammy. Anyway, let's take a look at their new videos, shall we? The secrets behind CryptoLand's animated video, which is clearly very important for us.
How much do you know about crypto culture? In this video, we are going to review CryptoLand's 3D animation video together. To discover how much of a crypto expert are you, and maybe even airdrop you a free NFT, because every week we give away a CryptoLander. So,
the CryptoLanders have dropped in price dramatically since they came out initially, for the record, so they're not worth very much relative to their initial value.
Watch till the end to know how.
Did I see this amazing fan art? Oh god, what is it? Welcome to CryptoLand. Oh, creepy, but good. Like.
Wow. CryptoLand's 3D animation video was mainly made for crypto enthusiasts to envision how fun an international hub could be, and describes an imaginary story of a degen who arrives in this unique crypto island where Connie, a living coin and the soul of CryptoLand, welcomes him and tours him around. If you haven't seen it yet, you should pause this video right now and watch that first. The video
Peep Lord, glad you can make it.
is full of jokes and references that only those who have been in crypto for long enough will understand.
I'm not gonna lie, when we initially watched that video, there were some memes I didn't get, which I expressed on stream, and some people were very kind and explained them to me. Having understood them now, I now understand just about every joke and reference in the CryptoLand video. I've watched it multiple times now. It's still not funny. Still not funny, even though I get it. It's real bad. Will I Am Not Okay says, according to all known laws of aviation, there's no way that a bee should be able to fly. Did I mention I like jazz?
That's why some people love it and say things like, "This is the most exciting NFT physical project in crypto I've ever seen."
The person who said that was Kyle Chasse, who turned out allegedly to be the one behind this, for the record. So he's shilling his own project whilst pretending he has nothing to do with it.
This is an absolute masterpiece. Genius. While others don't get it. What did I just watch? Why do they speak so weird? So we are going to review all of those insider jokes because once you get to know the stories behind them, you will really enjoy it.
This is the funniest thing about this video. I watched about this far into this video because I wanted to know what this video was, because there's multiple videos of this. Guys, first of all, congratulations. We get to watch the CryptoLand video again, but with their commentary. Secondly, they think that we hate it because we don't get it. I don't know if this is just to cover their own ass for their investors, or if they are genuinely this delusional, but at least if we take this video at face value, they believe that if we just understood the jokes in CryptoLand and understood the references, clearly we'd be on board and wouldn't find this cringy and embarrassing and a terrible idea, so they're gonna explain it to us more slowly. Nick says, this is the world Reagan dreamed of. And Killjoy102 with 100 bits says, this follows the rule of crypto. It's a scam, and if it's not set up as a scam at the start, some rich prick will make it a scam soon after it starts.
This is me, Christopher, a crypto degen with a crush for crypto kitties.
Did you notice that Christopher's shirt changes in the
Am I gonna get the CryptoLand Blu-ray with commentary? I would. Unironically. If they came out with like a CryptoLand Blu-ray, I'd buy that shit. That'd be hilarious.
middle of the scene?
I like having weird things like that in my collection. Like, I don't only collect theatrical films. I have some old film serials on DVD of, like, the original Captain America from the 1940s. I have old educational films, kind of like what we watch on Public Domania. I own some of that stuff. It's pretty interesting. So yes, I would get CryptoLand. What's a degen? Degenerate. It's sort of a self-effacing... They're like, haha, we're all crypto degens. They're being self-deprecating in order to try and seem more human. Overthought says they're acting like David Lynch directed this when it's more Adam Sandler. I think you're giving CryptoLand too much credit.
This is because there was a previous version of this video.
No, my shirt had Bitcoins on it. Yeah.
It was a nod to how big of a fan of Bitcoin he is, and also a nod to a scene in the film The Wolf of Wall Street.
No. My Ferrari was white like Don Johnson's in Miami Vice.
Okay, Christopher says he loves the...
I don't know how to break it to the people in CryptoLand. I don't know if they know this. You're not supposed to like Jordan Belfort. Jordan Belfort is a huge piece of shit. He still is, to be completely honest. And let me be clear, I love The Wolf of Wall Street. It's great. I love most of Martin Scorsese's films. It's really good. But you're not supposed to like Jordan Belfort. He's a bad guy. And wouldn't you know it, fun fact, Jordan Belfort, the titular Wolf of Wall Street who made his name in the 80s selling junk scam penny stocks to people and enriching himself and his co-workers in order, while at the same time basically stealing money from people who would be bilked into his scam. He's big into crypto now. Yeah, he's out of jail and he is into crypto. Surprise! Sky Comet Goddess says, crypto and NFTs are the final form of Reagan-esque capitalism and all of its deranged perversions. You're more optimistic than me. You think this is the final form. Fun. It's kind of adorable. Oh.
The crypto
Remember, things could always get worse.
kitties. Do you know that project?
Crypto kitties.
Crypto kitties.
If you too have been in crypto for some time, you will know that the CryptoKitties is one of the first NFT projects created by Dapper Labs. It became so popular that later that year, the number of Ethereum transactions reached an all-time high, even causing network congestion. So as they land on CryptoLand, we hear some friends talking.
So, are you coming to the Vladimir Club party tonight?
Yeah, just for CryptoLand NFT holders, right?
Okay, trivia question. Do you know what the Vladimir Club is? In 2012, a Bitcoin Talk forum user suggested to create a club where every person owning 1% of the total Bitcoin supply would be a member of by default. This means that if you own 2,100 Bitcoins, you are part of this
2,100 Bitcoins, which today would equal... 2,100 times 30,000. Oops, my number lock isn't working, sorry. 2,300 times 30,000. uh, 69. Good joke. Anyway.
exclusive club, which nowadays equates to having a fortune of more than $80 million.
Oh, less now. Apparently crypto went down even more since they made this video.
How crazy is that? We've translated this idea
Crash Bitcoin. Crash Bitcoin.
into CryptoLand, where there will be a real-life built Vladimir Club, and those who own a CryptoLander NFT will be members and have exclusive access to the private club. Oh, and here's a bonus. Do you know who did the voiceover for one of the characters in this scene?
Is it Kyle Chassis, the guy who's secretly in charge of this whole project but's pretending he's has nothing to do with it other than being a customer because he's, you know, sketchy? Sketchy is an illegal claim. I can say whatever I want. I can say anyone's sketchy. Kyle's sketch. He's a little sussy. Xenon Exemer says, Hannah's nails remind me of Jinx from Arcane, and I'm concerned she's going to Redacted. I don't get the joke. I've not played Arcane. Yeah, my nails are pretty good, though. H-Baird says, these crypto bros, probably.
Hey, that's great. Whoa, look over there. It's someone criticizing Elon Musk. And he's making typos.
That's pretty good.
So, are you coming to the Vladimir Club party tonight?
Yeah, just for CryptoLand NFT holders, right?
That was recorded by none other than the industry leader, Kyle Chassis.
Wow, industry leader who definitely isn't behind this project in the first place? That's so crazy that you say such flattering things about someone who definitely has nothing to do with the creation of this project. Did we convince you?
Early Bitcoin investor who has been one of the biggest CryptoLand supporters since the beginning. Here we meet Connie. He will be our guide in the story.
Been waiting for you since consensus. What are you, a pending transaction or what?
He mentions that he has been waiting for Christopher since consensus, which is a well-known yearly blockchain event where the most reputable and popular people in the space go to speak and debate all things crypto. This one you must have heard it. Christopher mentions the term CryptoLand maximalist.
Ready to become a CryptoLand maximalist.
I think that's a reference to that some people are like Bitcoin maximalist, which means they only invest in Bitcoin. If you're a maximalist in a specific coin, you only deal with that coin. Sky Comet Goddess says, I'm making a new cryptocurrency. It's called Scam Coin. I guarantee if you buy it now, the value will go up 400% by the end of the year. I'm sold. Okay? Give me a link on OpenSea.
This is a twist to the term Bitcoin maximalist or maxi. This term was actually first introduced by Vitalik Buterin, the founder of
who's a piece of shit, by the way,
Ethereum, to refer to those that are hardcore Bitcoiners who think Bitcoin is the only coin that will survive.
He's the one that we read a tweet from earlier who was like, I think the government should bail out Bitcoin, or rather Luna, sorry. I'm one of those people that accidentally exchanges crypto for Bitcoin a lot because it's the one that's synonymous with it publicly. I'm like the old person who calls everything a Nintendo, even though you're playing a PlayStation. Either way, not a good guy.
Survive and don't believe in any other cryptocurrency.
Sir, welcome to CryptoLand, the hodlers of last resort.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, this is another term that few people know about, the hodlers of last resort. Let's make a dive into a little bit of financial knowledge, folks. In the traditional monetary system, central banks are also called the lenders of last resort, because in times of financial crisis, they are the ones that will provide institutions with liquidity.
As opposed to something like Tether, which never just uses the money printer. Also, I'm not going to get into the whole thing right now. Lobach Death Ray Supernova, thanks for 7 months, says, happy that I managed to catch a live stream. I'm glad you made it too.
Now, Trace Mayer, one of the earliest Bitcoin investors who was buying Bitcoin when it was at 5 cents, is the one who popularized the term hodlers of last resort.
I'm all about being the hodler last resort,
referring to the role that holders play. Holders are like the central banks of crypto. They are the ones who protect the value when there is a crash. But why are we calling them hodlers
It was a common typo, I think.
instead of holder?
Because it was supposed to be hold, but people would commonly mistype in the forums, so it became a meme or something.
That's another interesting story. That again originated in, guess, Bitcoin Talk Forum. In December 2013, a user on the forum made a drunk post where he stated, I am hodling. He was so drunk that he misspelled the word. This guy's rant was so epic that people in the community started to use the term hodl when the
You know it's a good investment when one of the major memes and things said about it was come up with someone while incredibly drunk.
the market is crashing.
No!
See, I thought it was just a common mistypo. I genuinely did not know. I did not know that came from a drunk person. It fits, but still.
On top of that, CryptoLand has its own resort, so you make the connections here. Now you know the meaning behind
The hodlers of last resort.
Oh, brilliant.
As they walk down the pier, Connie and Christopher see a group of friends taking some selfies and shouting.
Honey Badger don't care.
This comes from a very
I was hoping they wouldn't explain Honey Badger.
popular
This is a period of internet memes that I'd rather just like, nope, let's forget. I'm embarrassed.
internet meme that became also a Bitcoin
This is very much from the period of time that memes were random holds up spork.
mantra. How? Let me explain. The honey badger is one of the most fearless animals you can come across. It never backs off, it always fights. So this animal's bold attitude towards life was associated with Bitcoin's resiliency and resistance against all sorts of economic conditions. Because, well, Bitcoin resists it all.
It's halved in value over the last year. What are you talking about? Procagam says, you mad, bro?
So as we can see in the video, the characters are excited to be meeting in real life, and this is key to show CryptoLand's purpose to be the perfect environment to meet other crypto enthusiasts. We all know that your network is your net.
I'm trying to, like in shots like this, I'm trying to look and see what's the ratio of men to women. Man. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I see 26 men at least. 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 that I can clearly view. I can see 1, 2, 3. I think I can see 3 women. This is all just vaguely based on people's looks, of course, which isn't, a great way to determine, but I'm just trying to do a scan.
worth, and there is no better place to build your connections than in real life. Actors go to Hollywood, artists go to Paris, well, crypto enthusiasts go to CryptoLand. Alright, that's it for episode 1. Now, drop in the comments your favorite references because every week we airdrop some crypto
Oh god, comments are open.
landers and
I thought for sure they were gonna have comments closed at this
NFT
point.
to our most engaged community members. You should also come to our Discord. We are giving away our free NFT there too. Join us
I may have joined their Discord.
now using the
Did they ever let me in actually? Hold on, let me look. Let me look at my Discord. You guys can't see my Discord, right? No, okay, cool. Maybe I left because they took so long. No, there it is. Oh no, I'm in their server. Uh-oh. We might have to take a look at that in a little bit. Because for a while they had locked down who was able to get in the server when the first CryptoLand video came out and it was so controversial. Because a lot of trolls were showing up, but now we can get in, so that's good.
A lot of trolls.
I'm not going to troll, I'm just going to do an investigative journalism while shitposting.
Independent media. You look very cute.
Thank you.
Hey.
I love you too.
the link in the info box. Thanks for watching.
Hello, everyone. Goodbye, everyone.
How have we already been doing this for almost an hour? Jesus Christ. The Undercover Beast says actors go to Hollywood, crypto bros go to CryptoLand, crypto chicks go to Crypto Mart to be doing they crypto shopping. That's why they're not in the photos, Hannah. Molly White. Is Molly White the person behind Web3 is going great? Because yes, if so. Alright, episode 2. It is? Okay.
Hey guys, ready for episode 2, reviewing CryptoLand's videos.
Hold on, I guess we should probably look at the comments on the first video, since they were nice enough to leave them up. To be very... To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand CryptoLand. The symbolism is extremely subtle, and without a solid grasp of theoretical physics, most of the jokes will go over a typical viewer's head. There's also Christopher's nihilistic outlook, which is deftly woven into his characterization. His personal philosophy draws heavily from Narodnya's Volia literature, for instance. The fans understand this stuff. They have the intellectual capacity to truly appreciate the depths of the jokes, to realize that they're not just funny, they say something deep about life. As a consequence, people who dislike CryptoLand truly are idiots. Of course they wouldn't appreciate, for instance, the symbolism in crypto enthusiasts' existential catchphrase, HODL, which itself is a cryptic reference to Tunjnab's Russian epic Fathers and Sons. I'm smirking right now just imagining one of those addle-pated simpletons scratching their head in confusion as CryptoLand's genius wit unfolds itself on their television screens. What fools. How I pity them. And yes, by the way, I do have a crypto tattoo, and no, you cannot see it. It's for the ladies' eyes only, and even then they have to demonstrate that they're within 5 IQ points of my own, preferably lower beforehand. Nothing personal, kid. Yeah, that's the Rick and Morty meme. Honestly, you'd have to shitpost, otherwise it'd be suspicious. Probably true. Oh, now that I understand the very nuanced crypto comedy and well-crafted and classy nods, Wolf of Wall Street, I will now buy a CryptoLander and believe in CryptoLand. The code is cracked. Be sure to hodl, my fellow Vladimir Club, Crypto Kitty, 10-koi Bitcoin Pizza to the Moon Lambo. Do you get this? If so, you may be a CryptoLander. People pointing out in the chat that Kyle is the person who started the project in the first place. Beautiful. All right, let's check out episode 2.
Hey guys, ready for episode 2, reviewing CryptoLand's video
Yes.
secret jokes and references? Let's
Are they
do
secret?
It. Chris and
Not
Connie
secret.
arrived to CryptoLand's reception. Did you notice the green candles decorating the surroundings? Just a funny nod to happy moments.
Yeah, they look like the up things. What?
In the markets. Next, Chris picks up his villa keys and we see this.
Here are your keys.
Not your keys, not your Bitcoin, because if you don't actually have the key and you don't have them on like a wallet of your own that you physically own, then you don't actually own the Bitcoin. Someone said at a conference once in regard to all these exchanges holding onto your crypto and why you should be wary of them.
Not your keys, not your Bitcoins. Seriously?
Your keys, your Bitcoin. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin.
Okay, let's rewind. The term "not your keys, not your Bitcoin" was popularized by Andreas Antonopoulos, who has been a crypto evangelist since the early days. He has given thousands of amazing talks around the world, and he said this sentence during a blockchain event.
If you control the keys, it's your Bitcoin. If you don't control the keys, it's not your Bitcoin. Your keys, your Bitcoin. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. Your keys, your Bitcoin. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin.
The term quickly caught on, and it's now a tagline for crypto security, meaning that you should not store most of your coins in third-party exchanges. You should instead keep your coins yourself in hardware wallets, for example. Then
I've never really been concerned. I'm just going to put this out there. If you're using Bitcoin or crypto of any kind as a store of actual value and not a speculative gambling asset, which I still think is a bad idea, but let's say you actually take it literally and say, I really think Bitcoin is a currency and I want a savings account and I'm going to do so in Bitcoin because I think Bitcoin's going to raise and I think it has a better chance of raising more so than a traditional savings account. We're not talking about other assets here, or even something like CDs that you could invest in, or bonds or whatever. We're strictly talking about Bitcoin versus like a standard savings account, which has a ridiculously low interest rate at this point. Let's say you wanted to do that. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. Never once have I thought to myself, boy, I wonder if my bank is going to give me the money back that I have in my checking or savings account. Now, don't get me wrong, that's different from like an investment. Investments, go up and down. It depends, But that's not the bank stealing from me. You know what I mean? I've never once been concerned, is the bank going to steal my money? They're not. Crypto people, they'll steal your money.
see this.
Where do you come up with these crazy ideas?
I'm not gonna tell you where.
That's a funny one. So in CryptoLand, toilets are called shitcoins.
Do you have to really explain this?
Why? Well, we call shitcoins to any bad crypto project, but it gets funnier than that. Check out the toilet paper made of dollar bills. That's because we also tend to see fiat currencies as bad forms of money. So
Bitcoin has lost half of its value in a year.
So it makes sense that the biggest shitcoin in the world is fiat paper.
Sir, the Lambo's ready. What?
Lamborghinis are intrinsically linked to the crypto space. Why? Well, one of the most popular...
Because douchebag, like, new rich people try and buy them as a status symbol? Just a guess.
Expressions back in the day was when Lambo. Many newbies thought crypto was going to make them rich overnight.
These flashy cars have become the favorite splurge of Bitcoin millionaires and is seen as the ultimate status symbol in the crypto community. Robert Frank recently spoke to the...
I don't understand this kind of thing either. You know what my idea of a dream car is? A DeLorean. I would like a DeLorean. One DeLorean, please. And that is all I will have. And I don't want a Lamborghini. Just seems weird to me that people are very focused on buying multi-million-dollar cars.
CEO of Lamborghini, who just reported record sales.
I see the parallelism between, young people that are really willing to become very rich with the fact that our customers are very young.
Crypto millionaires love Lambos, and that's why it has become the de facto supercar in the space.
To the moon! To the room! To the room, not the moon!
Hey, what's that?
The Vladimir Club, CryptoLander's members-only club.
Okay, welcome to the Vladimir Club. If you've seen episode 1, you already know this is CryptoLander's private club, a VIP clubhouse that will be managed by the CryptoLander's DAO and where exclusive meetings and parties will take place. Now they drive around the blockchain hills. That's CryptoLand's residential area. Here is where crypto people will have their super villas.
Fear Gore, thanks for following.
And that's it for this video.
Oh
Hey,
god,
guy-
that one was so much quicker. Alright, episode 3. We're gonna get through them. We're gonna blow through them. There's only like 10 minutes of this left.
Welcome to episode 3. So much knowledge and fun to unpack in this one.
Oh my, wow! I already see we're gonna have the time of our lives. Show me more.
Okay, the first thing we
First of all, ugly.
see besides the ocean views is a fake bear rug on the floor. A bull, by definition, is an investor who believes the market is going to rise, whereas a bear believes the market is going to turn negative.
Okay, this is so confusing to me because presumably this is still advertising material for CryptoLand, right? Which is supposed to be this island that costs like $1 million to buy a piece of land on. If you have $1 million to throw away on theoretical island property, you know what a bull and bear market is. I think most adults know the difference between a bull market and a bear market, even if they're not that into, like, stocks. This is just common adult knowledge? Who is this video for?
And this is a fun reminder of how crypto bears tend to end up when it comes to crypto.
Again, Bitcoin has lost 50% of its value this year. So if you were short on Bitcoin, you'd be doing very well right now.
House is also designed as a block following the blockchain aesthetics, minimalist in style for a maximalist in mind. Let's keep touring the island, friend.
Homoerotic Race Car says, unfortunately, my boyfriend has recently gotten into crypto. It's been a riot trying to explain why it's bad. He's just simple-minded. Good luck with that.
Connie and Chris arrive to the working hub.
This was on the top of the list. A much requested working zone, the hub.
Located at one end of the island with incredible views. That's why he says,
surrounded by palm trees and views to open sea.
Yeah, we know.
Next, Connie shows Chris around and mentions CryptoLand's Blockchain Week.
People are picking up their passes for the event. Tomorrow starts the CryptoLand Blockchain Week. We organize a number of different crypto conferences and meetups year-round. Lots of crypto VIPs coming tomorrow.
This event takes place there because, of course, the hub is the place not only to work, but also to host conferences and events. But the fun part comes now. It's always good to decompress from work, so let's see the de-stress room.
Yeah, the de-stress room.
A pool full of coins? That's insane.
Don't be shy. Go ahead and try. Everybody loves it.
Woohoo!
Do you know which reference they took for this scene? Well,
Scrooge McDuck.
Well, it was the iconic moment when Scrooge McDuck swims around his vault full of gold. Okay, hungry anyone? Yeah, let's visit the crypto restaurant.
The crypto restaurant. You're gonna love this, Christopher. Jim, any tables available?
Well, we can set up the...
That guy looks exactly like the dad from Inside Out, but with a mustache. Oh no, the dad from Inside Out did have a mustache. Why does that guy look exactly like the dad from Inside Out? Look at him. He's like the same guy, just in lower res. Procagam says, wow, Hannah, I can't believe you got all of these super obscure references. You must be really into this crypto stuff. Oh yeah. Huge into it.
Alrighty.
Here we have many word plays worth having a look. First of all, the menu is called order book instead of menu, like the buy and sell orders in the exchange, which are called order books.
Nernindia Owl says they couldn't even make it look impressive in a 3D animation. That's a tiny vault of full shitty coins that don't actually exist anyway. Yeah, it was very strange, because they could have made that look like anything, but it looked shitty like it would look in real life.
Then, if you look closely at the name of the dishes on the menu, they all have their own wordplay or meaning, like startups instead of starters. The ERC20 salad, check the picture. But probably the coolest one is the 10K Bitcoin pizza.
I'm assuming that's a reference to the person that bought pizza with Bitcoin?
Let me explain the story to you. Back in 2010, an early Bitcoiner wanted to buy 2 pizzas with Bitcoin. So he posted on the Bitcoin Talk forum that he would pay 10,000 Bitcoins for a couple of pizzas. Another forum user took the offer and delivered him the pizzas, earning the 10,000 Bitcoin. At the time, 10,000 Bitcoins were only worth about $40. Today, they would be worth more than $80 million. Yeah, it hurts only saying it. The pizzas were purchased in this Papa John's on Atlantic Boulevard. There is even a plaque on the wall with the date it happened, May 22nd, 2010. Since then, May 22nd has become the famous Bitcoin Pizza Day, and we all celebrate it eating pizza that day.
Thanks.
You may be asking why the hell the waiter is serving Christopher rat poison. Fear not, these are just olives. Legendary investor Warren Buffett wasn't very fond of Bitcoin, and he even went...
He still isn't. Procagam says, "God damn, it's always my hometown."
...on to call...
Why did they use past tense? He didn't die, did he? I'm pretty sure recently he said some negative shit about crypto.
Rat poison.
Is it still rat poison?
Well, it's probably rat poison squared.
So, a fun, tasty little reminder of Uncle Warren's take.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, please, go ahead. I'm not a fan of forks, you know?
Oy, oy, oy.
Like Bitcoin fork. And there's Bitcoin Cash. There's Bitcoin Classic.
I'm not a fan of forks. This is said as a double meaning since forks occur when there's a change in protocol on a blockchain, and it diverges into two different paths. One of the most famous forks was the Bitcoin Cash fork, or even the Ethereum one, which resulted in two blockchains, Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. That's why she responds.
Classic. Thanks. Enjoy your meal.
After the restaurant, we see them on the Walk of Fame. Yes, this is absolutely inspired by the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Here, crypto's most prominent figures have an embedded coin starting, of course, with the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto. Now comes one of the coolest areas, the Crypto Beach. That's it for this video.
Why does it end so quickly? Alright, so we just did episode 3, 2 more episodes.
Welcome to episode...
I love why did they think explaining the jokes was gonna make it better?
4, folks.
Boy, we are in Crypto Beach, and fun is the norm here.
Get ready for the Crypto Beach, one of the coolest places on the island. This part starts with a parody song full of wordplays and references to the crypto history, like the deep dive scene where we see underwater decorations with the Mt. Gox reference. This was the biggest Bitcoin exchange in the world, but it got hacked. Many people lost their coins and got shut down in 2014. Sunken. We also see a Quadriga exchange reference, another crazy...
It's funny to me that, like, all of the references they're citing, the stories aren't... Like, to me, they're funny because I hate crypto and I think it's stupid, and all these stories of failure and scams are funny to me and illustrative of the problems inherent with this deregulated, like, financial system that they're trying to create out of whole cloth. But for them, is there not even a second where they're writing this down and going, why are all of our references tied to, like, cringy memes or scams? Why is our entire industry a scam? You'd just think there'd be a moment of self-reflection.
Crazy story. In 2018, the CEO and founder died suddenly. He had $250 million that mysteriously disappeared. Apparently, prior to his passing, he had been moving money from the exchange's accounts into his personal wallets. And after his sudden death, many speculated he could have faked it to run away.
There's a Netflix documentary about this. He's just actually dead. It's just stupid. It's just that stupid. He just actually died and no one had the codes to his wallets. So there's like millions of dollars that he was like taking out of the fund and put in his own personal wallet that no one can access. It's just gone now because he died. Nernandia Owl says, this would be the kind of interesting for us sane people if the references weren't mostly so shallow or dumb in the first place. Yeah.
Away with the money. No one really knows what happened because no one saw his body. That is some creepy, crazy story. On a more uplifting note, another cool reference is the Proof of Work gym. During the song, Connie sings, "Lift the ASICs like you mine."
Lift the ASICs like you mine.
ASICs are the hardware specifically designed to mine cryptocurrencies. Then things got out of control and they start dancing.
'Cause this place This is blockchainized. Get familiarized.
I don't wanna leave. I feel like it all.
Then on to the next area, Blockchain Stein scene. The name Blockchain Stein comes from Liechtenstein, which is one of the smallest nations in the world, and quite crypto-friendly actually. This will be a giant card track in CryptoLand to race with your friends. Cool, right? This next attraction is really amazing. The bull run represents the Bitcoin market. You hodl onto the bull. The more you hodl, the more you fight against the bear market.
It's funny to me that they're using images of like women in bikinis on a bull, when again, we know that the vast majority of people in crypto are like dude bros, which is fine, but like, it just feels manipulative. It feels like they're targeting an audience of younger, socially inept crypto bros who don't really have a lot of experience with women and saying, come to CryptoLand and give us money and invest in the project, and you can come here and they'll be real life flesh women. Like, it's the weirdest, grossest shit.
Market. And the price of Bitcoin keeps going up. The goal is to resist past the bubble territory and reach 1 million valuation. There's a lot more fun stuff like the moon climb, the Nakamoto.
Mandatory. Yeah, we saw a thing about this earlier. Lonely Ape, the NFT dating service canceled due to a lack of women. What are you gonna do?
The garden, and the Satoshi statue. We won't cover them in the video, but you can try to discover all the references by yourself.
It's like all those conservative memes I saw where the entire point is look at all these attractive women who are conservative. It's super bizarre.
After the crypto beach, Connie and Chris are chilling in the blockchain bar. Notice the name of the drink, Dollar Milkshake. That is a famous economic theory about the role of the dollar as the world's reserve currency. But the scene after is the one you're gonna love.
Again, just another reference to a big scam.
Hey. Do you know what this is? The first thing that you see in the background is the BitConnect memorial. Then we see this golden statue dressed as a pharaoh. You must have heard of the BitConnect Ponzi scheme, right? One of the biggest crypto scams ever. It became extremely popular after a community live event went viral due to Carlos Matos' hilarious intervention.
Hey, hey, hey.
Although he had nothing to do with the founding of the project itself, he became sort of the face of it, giving birth to many hysterical memes. So, such an iconic character had to be represented on the entrance to the building. And why call it a memorial? Well, as you may know, BitConnect scam blew off. The team ran away with millions of dollars and basically the project is dead now. So with that and the fact that BitConnect was a pyramid scheme, the building should be pyramid-shaped. But what is the BitConnect Memorial?
I just don't get it. If I was involved in this, I would not want this entire island feels like it's making fun of crypto. It's a monument to man's hubris. It's like a monument to how scammy it is. It's just Scam Island.
This is the Game Center casino style building. Since poker, games, and bets have such a bad reputation, had to fit the theme of the building accordingly. Let's go in.
Feels good, man. He's got a Pepe shirt and he's hitting on a waitress. Narnia Owl says, no wonder they'd have fond memories of the most infamous scam in their space, because they all want to be the scammer. The dream is to be the person who rug pulls.
Inside. As we see the rest of the pyramid, we can see all sorts of scammy references, like this get-rich-quick candle monster. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire branded banners, all of this absurd Ponzi scheme references gives comical gamble vibes. Now, onto some cool...
It's funny because a lot of crypto people are self-admitted gambling addicts. So, haha, it's funny. It's like how... It would be like an alcoholic making wink wink nudge nudge jokes like, haha, well, I need a beer, haha, or whatever. Like, you have an actual problem. Making a joke out of your actual problem does not make it not a problem.
Cool themed pinball machines. The first one follows the whole Egyptian theme, and viewers can see the steps people followed when investing in BitConnect's platform. The second one is called Carlos in New York, as an ode to the famous I Am From New York City, New York.
My name is Carlos Matos, and I am coming from New York City, New York.
Finally, the third is called Ponzi Connect and is inspired by the mafia-like style of BitConnect's overall career. And finally, the Carlos versus Bernie Madoff arcade machine. Bernie was an American financier who ran the largest Ponzi scheme in history, worth about $64 billion. The mother of all scams. So, Carlos versus Bernie could be a fun fight. Alright, that's it for this episode.
Of course, then crypto came along and did something no one could ever do before. Decentralize Ponzi schemes. That way, no individual figure like Madoff can be pinned for the whole thing. It's brilliant. Dan Rossi draws with a link.
Yeah, so it's all stored on the blockchain, like your NFT projects. It depends on which one you want to buy, and you gotta get in early. Anyways, could I yeah, so it's all stored on the blockchain, like your NFT projects. It depends on which one you want to buy, and you gotta.
That's funny. Alright, one more episode of this. It's the shortest one, so let's just get through this, and then maybe we'll look at their Discord.
Welcome to the last episode reviewing CryptoLand's animation video. Okay, so Christopher and Connie are back in the crypto beach, and they see Bianca tussling with the flying hacker pigeon who ends up taking her Ledger wallet. So, they tried to help Bianca in recovering her wallet. Christopher, in an attempt to make the bird drop the ledger, tries to fool it by shouting,
Forget about it. Bitcoin is dead.
This expression is really famous in the crypto space since there have been many skeptics declaring after a price crash that it's over for Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero.
There's even a website dedicated to tracking the times Bitcoins have been declared dead. There will always be skeptics, but time will tell what the future for Bitcoin is. So their plan works out and they recover.
I honestly don't know if Bitcoin will ever be fully dead. It might go along for a very long time, just like a lot of pyramid schemes. Like a lot of companies now that are like multi-level marketing schemes are effectively pyramid schemes. I'm not going to name any specific ones, but if you follow anti-MLM stuff, which I want to get into at some point, I think that'd be good to do a stream on. They operate basically just as pyramid schemes, but legal ones, and Bitcoin could keep on going like that for quite a while. Most people will lose money. It's a zero-sum game. Sometimes it's a negative-sum game in which people are just gonna lose money. But is what it is. Doesn't make it legitimate. I don't think it ever will be.
Cover the wallet.
He's dead? Oh my god, thank you!
Finally, Chris and Bianca discover that they are both fans of the Crypto Kitties, which ends up being what makes them fall in love with each other. The video ends with fireworks and the promise of an amazing evening enjoying the party at the Vladimir's Club. And that's a wrap, guys! There are more hidden references that we did not have the time to cover. There was even an earlier version of the 3D animation video that had scenes deleted, like the CoinMarketCap scene, the hotel room arrival, the Binance liquidity pool, the Tron Studios, the golf course moment. So
I think we watched the original longer version of this at some point.
Parts of the crypto beach and a slightly different ending. Creating this short film, so rich in crypto history, took more than a year to produce, and parts of it were made by 3D artists that have worked with Pixar and Disney. This was the first 3D fiction video of its kind about crypto. It helps imagining how the real-world CryptoLand project will be. As you know, CryptoLand is a physical island project designed to be the perfect environment to live a first-class crypto lifestyle. In the same spirit, an NFT collection was created, CryptoLanders, based on Connie, the soul of CryptoLand. It's made with hundreds of rare traits, each one with its own unique meaning.
Alright, that video decided it's over. It just decided we're done. Didn't feel like the end, but it is. So those are the new videos from CryptoLand. We already watched this. It's only a minute long. I guess we can watch it again. It's a more toned down, quick CryptoLand thing.
What is CryptoLand?
CryptoLand is a real
lots of B-roll
life crypto island NFT project. It will be a physical location with co-working zones, incubators, a hotel, restaurants, conference areas, and many more amazing.
It concerns me that just some random lady was on the screen when they said incubators.
Facilities for.
Are they going to be providing? Are they going to be providing the? I can't say the I word. I'll just use crypto bro. It basically means the same thing as an I word. Are they going to provide the crypto bros with quote incubators and they're just women?
Crypto enthusiasts to thrive, and you can be a part of it. Most people in crypto struggle with transitioning to a full-time crypto lifestyle, often because
I don't even know what that means.
They're isolated, and that's the big problem CryptoLand aims to solve.
Selling the promise of community and love to people who are socially isolated. Not a scam.
The vision is to provide the perfect environment to meet industry leaders, build valuable relationships, access insider information, and find the best opportunities so you can successfully reach your goals and live a better life. CryptoLand's team has been working on it for several years. Some of the plans have already been approved, and some of the most
We've looked at the plans. They're stupid.
Forward-thinking figures are strong supporters of this new international hub. It'll become the #1 crypto destination in the world for people like you to come live, work, and have fun.
Why do all the videos end so suddenly? It's so weird.
What is CryptoLand?
All right, let's take a look at their... I'm not going to show unless there's something really interesting, but I'm going to take a look at their Discord and see how it is. Let's see. What is CryptoLand? It just shows the video. Chat. There's someone who says, I need one of those CryptoLander NFTs, and then it's got that, like, you know the emoji face that's, like, sweaty and red and the tongue's out and it's a little like, ooh, I'm desperate. You know what I mean? Bottoms probably know the emoji I'm talking about. We use it regularly enough. Anyway, the point is, they're thirsty for that fucking NFT. Hydrate. I can do that. Should we go to a Q&A? They might have a Q&A section. Fan art? Oh my god, do they have fan art? When you spend all your money on NFTs, and then it's a person heating up a can of beans with a candle. Is it not safe for work fan art? It's not. They're just memes. Oh, okay, this person actually... Oh no, this person embroidered a... Here. Paste? Go. This person embroidered a CryptoLander thing on their shirt. Boy, that's embarrassing. They have a whole section for reporting scams on the Discord. That's funny. Oh my god, they did a second CryptoLand AMA. This must just be a transcript? Or maybe they just did it on paper this time. I know they did a video AMA. Let's take a look. So this was back in... Oh god, this was already back at... all the way back in January. Opening with the question, what's wrong with having a private island? What's wrong with crypto people? What is wrong with a private island full of crypto people? What's wrong with having a private island? I don't think one person should own an entire island. I think that's silly. I think that's too much land for a person to own. I think that's dumb. What's wrong with crypto people? Mostly gambling addictions. What's wrong with an island full of crypto people? The age of consent laws that are non-existent, presumably. These questions came up from Max after the shitstorm from 4/1/22. Think about it. If you also think there is nothing wrong with these 3 things, you're on the same page. Afterwards, Helena and Max gave a recap of what happened in the last weeks and what the mission of CryptoLand is. The AMA started. What time zone are you in? Spain. We love to travel a lot, so it changes often. How does the life of the average CL look in 30 years? CryptoLander. It will be better than now. The crypto space is on a macro trend to mass adoption. It will benefit everybody who is in the space, not only CryptoLanders. So they're on the opinion that crypto is going to be everywhere in 30 years. Investor updates and discussion with potential investors. No other parcels sold yet. Discussions are going on. So no one has bought a single piece of land, for the record. Not a single person, because Kyle Chassis was the person who bought the first plot, and he's involved in the project. He is allegedly the founder of the project secretly. So far, 0 people have actually bought a plot of land on the island that they don't own. How does it work to buy a plot? If an investor is interested in the project and wants to become a King CryptoLander, the best way is to get in contact directly with the team. From there comes a contract and different options for funds transfer, third-party deposit, etc. Time frame to mint the entire collection, 2 to 3 months. Is CryptoLand more real estate than crypto? Is real estate expert helping? Yes, it's a lot of real estate involved, especially in the phase we're in regarding the building of it. At the moment, it's more like a real estate investment linked to crypto and NFTs. Once it's built, it evolves more and more into a crypto project since it is about this. CryptoLand is a mix between real estate and crypto. Experts, our architects are working with us, and their network of professionals in the industry are doing the necessary steps we need. Then, when the time comes, we'll go more down to polishing the details. But right now, we're in the early stage, right after the master plan. The master plan is approved in principle from the Fijian government. I believe they lost their hold on the island, though, last I checked. How will police work? Most resorts have private security. It'll be the same with CryptoLand. This is about everything on the island itself. Around the island, it's Fiji police, like in the rest of the country. Will there be doctors on the island? Yes. Gambling and or poker and blackjack. Gambling is prohibited. Even though a huge part of their video involved a casino. Gambling is prohibited, but we'll have a game center that is specified and legalized by the officials to the frames of the law. Please don't take everything you see in the video as 100% guaranteed to be in this way. Laws also might change out of our control. I imagine in their head they're trying to come up with a way, if they're even thinking about this, to make it gambling but legal by somehow using crypto. Because Fiji, I think gambling's illegal, which is why it's an issue. Date to buy the island. We won't buy it before our soft cap is reached, and we won't touch the funds raised until this is reached, so we don't have a specific date. It doesn't seem like there's any updates really in this. Either way, it's interesting. So yeah, that's what CryptoLand's been up to. I don't think there's anything else in regard to CryptoLand specifically. We might take a look at some of Kyle Chassis' stuff. But, you know. If gambling in Fiji is illegal, why choose Fiji? It's where they could find an island they thought they could afford. And by the way, it's not even an actual purchase. The island they were looking at is a long-term lease with the Fiji government. So they wouldn't actually own the island. It would be like a 50-year lease from Fiji or something. So Fiji would still own the island. It's just a little different. Okay. Anyway, so that's what CryptoLand's up to. I'll keep you guys up to date if anything else happens with CryptoLand. I kind of doubt it will. I don't even know why they're trying at this point to still put out material, because it's already a meme. It's a dead meme at that, so I really do not know what they're trying to do. But either way, I'll keep an eye on it and see if they do anything else interesting. Let us find some other crypto stuff. Kyle. Do we want to see Kyle? Kyle, the guy who is, again, allegedly behind CryptoLand, but is hiding that fact. Joey is strong. Thanks for 12 months. Happy anniversary. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
The Bored Ape Yacht Club's parent company, Yuga Labs, just had the biggest day in NFT history by far. Nearly $1 billion in volume went through Ethereum and OpenSea within.
Holy wash trading, Batman. I'm guessing a lot of those were wash trades and probably not legitimate buyers, because the NFT market as a whole has been on a downswing for months. It's lost so much of, like, the regular, what's the word I'm looking for? Traffic, but not traffic. The normal amount of transactions that are taking place in regard to NFTs. The dollar amounts are much lower, and the actual volume is lower.
In a very short amount of time. That's right, guys. We are talking about the other side and the land that was being sold called Other Deeds. Right now, there's nearly 100,000 other deeds available on OpenSea, and there is a plethora of different traits, attributes, sediments, all kinds of different features that these include, which make it very, very difficult to navigate if you're looking to pick something up on the secondary market. I was having an extremely hard time figuring out how to value these things. So after countless hours of research from not only myself, but also my team, we came up with as much information as possible right now to kind of break down what everything means in other side deeds. So
I do have Gary V pulled up. Someone asked any Gary V NFT updates. I have him pulled up. I don't know if there's anything we'll watch specifically today. There's nothing big, but, you know, Gary V's always a big douche, so.
Don't have to. We're gonna.
After the CryptoLand thing and it coming out that he allegedly is behind CryptoLand secretly, it makes me wonder how many of the other crypto projects that he promotes on his channel he is also financially involved in some secret way. Because what a genius scam, right? You become a crypto influencer because you got lucky and made a bunch of money on crypto, so people come to you for advice. You secretly get yourself involved in crypto projects. You tell your audience, go buy this. They bump the price up. They pump the coin or the NFT or whatever, and then you dump it and leave them holding the bags. It's genius. It's evil, but it's genius.
I'm going to bring it to you in this video. If that sounds good to you guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Let's get 500 likes on this video, please. Like, challenge. Come on, guys. Let's do this. And let's get into it. So, guys, after the reveal came, I started looking at these things thinking that I could just go in there and find some good, attractive lands that would make...
Don't they have to disclose that stuff for YouTube videos? They're supposed to.
...sense, and maybe sell some of the ones I had in order to get some better positioned ones. And what that means was really, really hard to try to understand. Was it the location? Because the map is enormous. And at the center of the map, you have the actual Bored Ape Yacht Club. So, of course, one would think that being as close to that as possible is probably valuable, and that is probably true. But there's a lot of other things to look at.
What does it do? Why is it supposed to be valuable? Like, what does it do? What am I doing with this?
When deciding what is valuable. Now, before I go into all the different aspects that come on one of these NFTs, let me tell you a little bit about the vision that Yuga Labs has promised for the other side. They tell you that every company is trying to produce the metaverse, which is true. We've seen Facebook or Meta trying to produce a metaverse. We've
Facebook can go fuck themselves.
Seen countless different crypto projects telling us that they're producing the metaverse as well.
I say this as someone who owns an Oculus Quest 2. Go fuck yourself, Facebook. Stop calling yourself Meta. You're still Facebook.
And Yuga Labs knows this. So they say that what they're doing isn't creating a metaverse, but they're creating a meta RPG, essentially a meta game. And they want to do...
So a game. You've created a game is what you're saying. You've created a video game. Maybe a VR game? It's a game. What do you mean it's a meta RPG?
This big. And guys, let's face it, they have the budget to do this. Yuga Labs is now worth billions of dollars. On average, usually they're making over $15 million a day. Financing is not an issue. All right, before we begin, I know that Elon, you happen to pick up quite a large amount of apes. As you've shown us on your profile picture, it's an impressive collection, man. Which means...
Pretty sure Elon just took those apes. I don't think he bought them. I was under the impression that he just, as a joke, took a collage of ape profile pics and put them on his without buying them.
Means, of course, you're going to want to own some of the best land on the other side. And
this whole section, you know how YouTube videos are now, like, you can section them off? This section is called Message to Elon. This guy is literally so disgusting and desperate and, like, has no shame that he literally put a whole part of his video in just to try and get Elon to shill his scam project. Or a scam project, allegedly. He's not... I have no reason to think he's connected with this, necessarily. MH Darkbeast says, Happy Pride, Hannah. Want to see something I thought would be horrific but was actually very delicious? Sure. Grey Poupon Ice Cream. Gross. I know they had a mac and cheese ice cream a while back, too, that I never tried. Nails the Tabaxi says, I wasn't looking at the screen when you started this video, and I almost thought it was Peter. He kind of looks like Peter if he was jacked. He looks like jacked Peter.
if you want to know the best places to go, make sure you hit me up. You can just message me on Twitter. I'm pretty sure you know how to navigate that place. All right, guys, let's dive in here on the other side website. So basically, they're just saying that, this is going to be huge and massive, what I already talked about. And this gives you some examples of these different images that come on your NFT.
Like, what annoys me about Kyle is, I mean, there's a lot of things, but whether or not he's involved in this project directly, irrelevant, because what he does is he'll just go on websites from these projects and he'll completely credulously just read their claims. It doesn't feel like he ever questions things, like, reasonably. He just reads them like a press release. It's crazy.
NFT, and they give you all the traits down here and things like that. The other side is part galaxy and part archipelago, with islands extending from the biogenic swamp at the center and rolling outwards to the infinite expanse. There are 5 sediments that lands are built upon: biogenic swamp, chemical goo, rainbow atmos.
Wait.
On
biogenic swamp,
chemical goo,
and chemical goo look almost identical. Come on. They're both drippy blue goo. They look exactly the same. Come on. Do better.
Chemical goo.
Bittergrin, thanks for 18 months, says, woo, second sub baby. What are you gonna name a Call for Lube's new sibling? Lube. A Call for Lube and their sibling, Lube.
Rainbow Atmos, Cosmic Dream, and the Infinite Expanse. Your other deed is the key to a unique...
Their call was heeded, so that's good.
...blend of environments, sediment, and treasures, some with resources, some home to powerful artifacts, and on a very few, a coda will roam. Codas are the new creation from Yuga Labs. And if you guys don't know, really the commercial relationship is that the other deeds were sold from Animoca brands, where the codas are the work of Yuga Labs. And we know from the roadmap there's more coming. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Now we're starting to see different rarities between them, and we all...
This is just gambling with extra steps. I need to buy land, so I might have a Yuga on it, and the Yugas all have different, different, like, curves of how likely it is I'm gonna get them, and if I get the right one, I can flip it for a profit. H. Baird says, about the Elon thing, his image gets used for tons of crypto scams. YouTube is lousy with channels named something like SpaceX, showing old speeches he's given, and the chat has some elaborate, I'll give you back 1.5 times the amount of crypto you give me types of scams. Yep. Unfortunately, a lot of crypto people are very credulous and get pulled into scams easily.
Also know that the last 100 minted are called mega codas, which have some superpowers. Now, this was also confusing too to me, and you'll see why in a bit. But basically, there's resources on some of the lands. There's 4 points of your block or your piece of land where these resources might exist: north, east, south, and west. And from what we're saying here is that some of them consist of metal or ore, some of them are root or wood, some of them are stone, and one is anima, which is research, which I guess is interesting. Maybe aliens are dropping some knowledge onto you, which probably will be very, very helpful within the game. So there are treasures and tools. These are artifacts on your NFT. You will see them listed as artifacts. Some of them are super rare and they will never be able to be created or...
It sounds like he's describing the shittiest mobile game with the most, like, intrusive offers to, like, buy boosters ever. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You ever play, like, a phone game that you play, and then every, like, 30 seconds they're like, do you want to buy this extra pack of super boosters? No. This is like that, but it costs a bunch more money to get in the first place.
Minted in the game ever again. And this is the really frustrating part, is we don't know which ones yet will
watch an ad to get 2 times power for 4 hours.
Only be able to be in.
Randy Owl says either that or a more functional Earth 2. Oh, I've seen some Earth 2 vids.
Existence now versus which ones will have future inflation. One of the interesting things about these NFTs, guys, is that they're going to evolve over time. They are dynamic. You have a nice little guide here.
Elminato says, I half expect Peter Molyneux to come on screen and talk about this. Remember when he did that clicky block game? And it was just the worst. Fucking Peter Molyneux, man.
Which shows you quickly where to draw your attention when you're scavenging through OpenSea looking for a deed. At the top, you have basically an icon here that represents the sediment your land has. Each sediment has a unique frame that goes with it. So a really quick way to identify the sediment is just looking at the color here. So far, there's nothing that indicates what the sediment will be used for. We know the rarity of the sediment, but we don't really know yet how that will affect in game. We can assume that the rarer ones will be more valuable, but it's really hard to know at this point. The dots here underneath the name up here, they represent land rarity tiers 1 through 5. So 1 dot being the least rare and 5 being the most rare. Now, there are less of the tier 5 lands because a tier 5 land is more developed. The question here is, how much value do you assign to something that's more developed? And that's hard to know right now because we don't know how much resources and time will be required to take your land from very undeveloped, like a 1 tier, to very developed, like a tier 5 land. This is what they are calling a tier 1 land. Let me show you a tier 3. So you can just see it's literally this.
Oh yeah, it sounds like word salad. Have I seen the Master Shake Slurp Juice animation? No.
Same, but you can see that different things have matured more. They've grown more. Now let me show you a tier 5. So tier 5, it's literally the same thing, but just way more evolved. Just looks like the natural environment that has taken time to grow. So some other things to look at here is you got the name, the land name, and the name of the sediment here. You've got if your land has an artifact or not, it'll tell you here and what the artifact is. And then the big one is, does your land have a coda included?
How much money does he have in this? I just want to know so bad. Because he's literally just explaining to people the project. It doesn't feel like he's just like someone who's trying to give information to people. It feels like he's giving a sales pitch, and that's incredibly suspicious to me. You animated the audio of Dana Snyder reading the Slurp Juice tweet because Aqua Teen Hunger Force is my all-time favorite show. What?
So, if you...
I'm not familiar with the Slurp Juice anything. Oh, wait. Yes, I think I do. I do remember this. Okay.
A lot of y'all still don't get it. Ape holders can use multiple slurp juices on a single ape. So, if you have 1 Astro Ape and 3 slurp juices, you can create 3 new apes. Tonight's Slurp Juice Min event is essentially a minting event for both lab monks and special forces. So put that in your crazy helmet and smoke it.
For those who don't know what that was about, some crypto person, I don't even remember, basically was like, you people don't understand, you can use 3 slurp juices on, or you can use slurp juices on multiple apes! Like, trying desperately to explain why this is not a scam, and that it's worthwhile. It's just the saddest. You can use slurp juices on multiple apes. A bunch of people did memes, like that person at the party in the corner. They don't even know you can use slurp juices on multiple apes. Oh no. So a DAO... So a DAO is a decentralized, autonomous organization. It is supposed to be, at least in theory, sort of an organization that is... Its members have tokens that are on the blockchain. They're like NFT tokens, or at least they're supposed to be in theory, that instead of having a share in a company, you have a certain amount of tokens that are affiliated with the DAO. They effectively work like shares in a company. The idea of a DAO is to mostly try and skirt regulation and spread around liability for crimes. Instead of one person being liable, they think no one is, even though everyone is. It's a whole thing. The point is, they're very stupid, and they're a way that different organizations have used to scam people. Now, I'm not saying this is a scam out loud, but let's just talk about what they're planning and why it's stupid. This is a DAO that calls itself Arrow, and their plan is to invent, produce, and sell flying cars. So if you ever seen Blade Runner or Back to the Future, and you were like, yep, this seems like a good idea, and this is a feasible thing for us to do by throwing crypto coins at people, let's read what they have to say. I don't know what can I even say about it that doesn't already speak for itself. Arrow is a decentralized community building open source vertical takeoff aircraft and a ride-share protocol that will bring point-to-point air travel to everyone. Shared ownership and open source hardware development allows us to become the largest and smartest global team of builders. So not only are they thinking that they're going to like own a piece of a company that's going to invent flying cars, they're also going to own a piece of flying car Uber. Cool. Overthought says, have they seen how some morons drive? They want them to fly vertical takeoff aircraft, point-to-point air travel, global rideshare network. I'm sold. I don't even need to see a business plan. These vague points are all I need. Arrow is a community with the mission of increasing human connectedness by building infrastructure for on-demand rapid transit between any 2 points on Earth. Wow. So I can go from Japan to London with your flying car? That's amazing. What is Arrow building? Arrow is pioneering a new organizational model to create technology that will dramatically improve our transportation infrastructure. 1. Vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Arrow is primarily focused on the development and scaled production of the aircraft hardware that will allow us to safely and affordably travel directly between landing sites. We focused exclusively on sustainable energy sources that we can scale air transportation without creating additional financial or environmental cost. So they want to create green flying cars that do not have an environmental or financial impact? They want magic. They want magic is what they want. Rideshare network. Users will primarily interface with Arrow aircraft through our rideshare protocol. This will be a network that connects operators of approved aircraft, landing zone, and recharging fueling providers, and people looking to travel. In time, this network will grow to provide global coverage. For each flight operated on our network, a small commission will be returned to the Arrow treasury so we can reinvest in growth. Web3 integration. All of the financial and business logic for Arrow lives on the Ethereum blockchain. This lets us easily send our own governance token along with cash to all of our contributors worldwide. Unlike a traditional startup, we don't have large allocations to founders and early investors. Instead, the people that actually build Arrow are the ones that control it. Didn't the CW cancel Arrow, though? Yeah, that's why they're so desperate to scam people now. They got nowhere else to go. A passionate community of builders, Arrow will be pioneering some of the techniques for hardware engineering with a global team. Hardware is difficult to build at scale, and advanced design requires a large team of people all aligned on a common goal. Arrow's open source nature and community ownership will allow us to assemble the passionate community of builders required to change the world. Arrow is bringing the engineering ethos of Web3 to the hardware space. Instead of closely guarding trade secrets, we'll be building entirely in public with all our work open source. Oh, so not only are you going to build... Not only are you going to build a flying car, you're then immediately going to be upended by a car company or Boeing or something stealing all your work that you've invested money in and producing it at scale because they already have large production facilities all over the globe. Because they're already successful companies? Not that it matters. You're not going to invent a fucking flying car. Like, it doesn't matter. But even if you could, this plan precludes you being successful. MH Darkbeast says, I swear this whole thing is to be one of the funniest things that social media has managed to cause. F Sony. Oh god, what's this? Put my hands against. Put my best. What? Put my 10 put my spend have sex. Is this a shot? Is this an actual scene from the movie Morbius? I can't tell. H-Baird says a powered flying machine operated for profit would need to be flown by someone with a commercial pilot's license, which costs as much as a bachelor's degree. The airlines are having trouble enough getting pilots, and they pay real salaries in existing aircraft. They would essentially need a huge lobbying budget to make this legal. Yep. How is this a real scene in Morbius? Oh, Matt Smith, pick better movies. God, Terminator Genesis and this? Fuck off, man. I swear to God, if he said if he's not in like the Doctor Who 60th anniversary because he's like busy filming Morbius 2 or some shit, I'm gonna lose it. No, Matt, no! It makes me so mad that I have to buy Morbius on 4K. This is bullshit. He did it! He morbed! He did morb! He's not Morbius, he's the other one. But he did morb. Put my 10 or put my spend have sex. Oh no, Matt, no. I know he didn't do the effects, but holy shit.
Are you reading?
Nothing really, just,
Keep reading.
Morbius 2, it's Morbin time. Oh god. Did I see this? Oh, the Bat Cowl NFTs. Yes. I saw the Bat Cowl NFTs. I think they were teaming it because I saw ads for this all over Twitter. It was obnoxious. Procagam says he's like Daniel Radcliffe. He made enough money and is now just taking any roles that look fun regardless of if it's good. I wish I could say Matt Smith probably made a bunch of money from Doctor Who, but I'm going to be honest. It's a BBC production. I doubt Matt Smith made that much money, even though the show was very popular under his tenure. Nails the Tabaxi says at least Last Night in Soho was good. I still haven't seen that, actually. Bat Cowl collection. Yeah. It's a collection of incredibly obnoxious variations of the Bat Cowl. It's quite bad. Hold on. Can I... Marketplace. Let's take a look. I can buy Crime Alley? What does that even mean? For $134, you too can own the site of the murder of the Waynes. Okay. Can I charge Bruce Wayne to come and hang out in Crime Alley and, like, drop a rose or whatever? Because otherwise, it's not worth it to me. Homoerotic Race Car says, I added Morbius to my bad movie playlist. It's on par with Velocipaster. So bad it's good. Beautiful. Tube Man says, this is my favorite scene from Morbius.
Put my hands a yes, put my best a best, put my 10 a 10, put my spend a spend, have sex,
I think Matt Smith is hot. Maybe not so much in that scene, but you know, in general. Where are the cowls? Okay, there are the cowls. You want me to spend $2,000 on this ugly fucking green bat cowl? Oh my god. Oh my god, this one's $15,000. What are they doing? They're so ugly. Jesus Christ, why? You don't think he's hot in the slightest? I think Railcast is right. He's dorky hot. He's like awkward hot. Like he's not like suave, but I think he'd be like, you know what I mean? He'd be like weird, nerdy, awkward. I don't know. This is not real. These are not the lyrics to the song from Morbius. Have sex, I poop in my pants. I poop my pants, my tent. I poop my pants and have sex.
Put my hands a yes, put my best a best, put my 10 a 10, put my spend a spend, have sex, ultimately can't show, tingani tandi best show, tandi tashi tandi hair show, I funi kati funi cash show. Put my hands a yes, put my best a best, put my 10 a 10, put my spend a spend, have sex, put my hands a yes.
Undercover Beast says, I think you got Hannah dies of laughter, apparently. Okay. Using this model, we will build a global community of people working towards our shared vision and have a larger brain trust than any company building in secret would have. Elminato says, Morbius sweet, baby. This is not a Morbius stream, okay? This is a Crypto Cringe stream. We're not turning this into a Morbius stream. Anti-Pretzel with 45-bit says, what in the goddamn? I don't know. Software-based engineering, blockchain technologies, token incentives. It's Morbin time, Hannah. Just accept it.
It's Morbin time.
There's plenty more where those came from.
Come on, man. You gotta get back to the lab.
Where can you invest in Morb coin? Right here. Give me bits and you're investing in Morb coin. Cult Comics with a link we'll look at in a second.
Hi. Okay, I know that look. You're up to something. What is it?
It's Morbin time. Time to go.
petition to change Hannah bits into Morb coins. Petition accepted. Oh, this is the one you just said. Okay, cool. Perfect. Okay, I think we got all the Morbin memes out of the way. So here's the roadmap for Arrow to build a flying car. We're starting our journey with Project Spearhead, our demonstrator aircraft. After that, we'll be working towards real-world cargo operations where we'll improve safety and logistics as we develop our passenger vehicle. Okay, this is dumb. I don't think anyone is making the claim that it is entirely possible, or impossible rather, to develop something akin to a very large drone. Let's look at something like this. Sure. Okay, so something like this. It's like a big drone that's capable of carrying a person. You could build a demonstrator aircraft that could do this. No one is saying this is impossible. You could absolutely theoretically build some kind of craft that could fit at least one person and then could like take off and land and shit. Sure, that's mechanically feasible. The issue you're gonna have is safety, power, because they say they want it to be green. So if they're gonna go electric, this thing is gonna fly for about 50 seconds before it comes down because it's going to take a lot of energy to propel itself. What was it? Safety, power, expense, just practicality, weight, which has to do with, you know, the power, because the more it weighs, the more power it's going to take. Noise, it's probably very loud. Like, there are a variety of issues. The issue is not that I am saying it is impossible to create a small vehicle that could, like, take off and land vertically. That already exists. It's just not something that's feasible. It's kind of like how jetpacks. You guys know how jetpacks are a real thing? Like, jetpacks are real. They're just incredibly dangerous, expensive, and you can only fly for like 30 seconds without them failing, right? So they exist, they're just not a consumer product that makes any sense. Austin Rosenberg says this is real. What? Why is it Morbius an anime? What the fuck is that? Oh my god, did like a VTuber anime person interview Jared Leto for Morbius?
In a believable way, and so I had a little bit more understanding. And I always enjoy the research part of it all, and but learning to fly took a lot of dedication, a lot of time. I'm still you know, I fall often, but I'm getting pretty.
Jared Leto's dead eyes here as he has to talk to a fucking anime character. It's beautiful. He learned to fly. See, it's relevant. There you go. Let this be the last Morb.
Know what this hunger is. Like the vampire bat whose genes I have inherited.
For those who don't know, this is Morbius from the Spider-Man cartoon.
I hunger for plasma. I took it through my hands. I could feel it coursing through his skin right into.
They had to change it in the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s from him sucking blood like a vampire bat to him sucking like blood plasma through his hand nipples. No, they're like reverse hand nipples. They don't excrete, they suck. So he like touches people and sucks plasma out of them.
My fingers!
You guys remember that scene in Nightmare on Elm Street 3 where the lady has suckling things on her arm in her dream because she used to be a drug addict? It's kind of like that.
As repulsive as it was, I must have.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3 arm? Yeah, see? It's the sucky arm. The arm sucks. Oh, is this the actual prop? That's cool. But yeah, it's the sucky arm that sucks. Anyway, where were we? Reverse hand nipples, a hand mouth. Yeah, but they're kind of tiny. I like to imagine they're more hand nipples that suck. No. Comics with another link. Yes, it was this scene. I gotta skip to the specific part. I want you guys to see the sucky, when I say these look like reverse nipples, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, yeah, those are reverse arm nipples. Oh, also, there's a few times in the Nightmare on Elm Street series where Freddy will have a alternate version of the glove. I think the drug needle one is arguably the best variation. Agreed. Power glove is the next one. Where's the sucky sucky? There's the sucky sucky! Yeah, we're getting married soon. I've heard that's how that's supposed to work, so. Watch the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, they're great. So when I say reverse arm nipples, you understand what I mean, right? Okay. No one understands. Everyone understands. No one understands. Yes, they do. Especially not our son. Oliver, do you understand reverse arm nipples? Anyway, continuing, let's look at their roadmap for the flying car that we are talking about, I guess. So we're in phase 0 currently. Grow Discord community. Completed. Good. Integrate core idea. I don't know how you... Oh, iterate core idea. How do you...
happen to have, like, a magnet?
Do I have a magnet?
Yeah.
No? You could look if you want, but I'm like 99.9% sure. Like, what do you need it for?
To keep all of my sewing needles together?
I do not.
That's fine.
No, this isn't a magnet. This is a battery.
You're a battery.
You're a battery!
You're a battery!
I'll batter you.
Oh, ew. Nope. No, that's...
Clava Fausta, thanks for 15 months. Appreciate it. And by batter, of course, I mean, cake batter. I'm gonna bake you a cake. Clearly.
That reminds me of that Eminem song.
Oh, yeah. I forget the specific lyric, but I remember that in the song. I'm not... It's something batter women. How am I supposed to make them a cake, then? Yeah. Anyway. So they've iterated on the core idea, they've established a treasury, and then the last part of phase 0 is build demonstrator aircraft. So now all they have to do is build a flying car, which is super easy. Phase 1, develop rideshare protocol, build production cargo aircraft, find initial market for cargo flights, certify and begin revenue flights. 2, build human prototype, demo and test flights, perfect safety, consider scale production. I'm wondering what the state of their Discord is. Now, hold on. I'm a member of their Discord, I'm pretty sure, on the Discord app. Let me look. Unless oh, yep, there it is. It's right there. We're good. What's the most recent? Oh my god, people are still joining. People are joining literally today. That's terrible. Cake, are you the one who caked the Mona Lisa? I'm not. I have respect for art, unlike NFT bros. What are their announcements? Do they have any new announcements? General. Sorry, I'm just reading something, and it's not something worth reading out loud. It's like they're all LARPing as engineers. It's like, they're like literally in the chat, like on this Discord being like, the FAA is an interesting one. It's kind of funny how we seem to hear regulation concerns so much more than technical ones. Like literally people talking about the regulatory issues before they even have any sort of minimum viable product. Like, that's so weird.
Yeah, it was weird. Their like roadmap kind of glossed over.
Yeah.
Everything. It was like, and it will work.
It feels like, someone in the chat says LARPing. It feels like they're LARPing as if they're in a company, but they're not really.
Yeah.
And they don't even know the first thing of how to do something like this. It's very weird. Lots of videos from YouTube about different old vertical takeoff and landing things. Bizarre. Undercover Beast says, off topic, but only because someone said I should. Does the M and M&M's mean Morbius and Morbius? Yes. It means Morbius and Morbin time, actually. Not a single person in this Discord, unless they delete people, which is possible. I don't know. But not a single person is bringing up legitimate concerns with the viability of this idea. Very strange. Anyway. So that's them. They are a DAO that's, I guess, trying to make flying cars. They're not going to. Morbin Morber. Yesterday, this person was asked to explain a Web3 use case. Let's see how they do.
Okay, how do we reason through why, you know, this use case would be better as opposed to the technical issues? Those ones don't concern me.
Yeah, no. So if we reason through why these things can be better, I mean, like, take, for example, no one's done this yet. This is one of those like promised things, but the real estate transaction that takes 3 months, needs title, needs all these things that take a long time. You could theoretically make all of these things NFTs. An NFT doesn't mean there's going to be like a house with a picture of a monkey on it, but these things could all be NFTs and you could transact very quickly.
But why? Like, okay, let me give you an example, for instance. I've bought a house, so I know, like, when a house is in escrow, like, this doesn't take a long time just for shits and giggles. Like, escrow on a property takes time because it takes a lot of checking because these are giant purchases. Like, I bought a house, which is actually a very low-priced house relative to what houses normally cost. So I bought, like, a $70,000 house, but still $70,000 is a lot of money. So when it came down to the actual purchase, there's a period of time where the banks and, like, the title holders and everything, they're all checking with each other things. Putting it on the blockchain isn't going to solve the issue that these people who deal with this want to cross their T's and dot their I's and make sure everything is all set. Like, there are a lot of things going into purchasing a home. You can't just put it on the blockchain and call it good. That's not how things work. Replicant, thanks for 8 months. And Archangel 13579, thanks for 19 months. Someone already made a Morbius meme coin. It's already bleeding money. Oh no, it's at $0.00. It got morbed. They morbed the Morb coin. That's a shame. So it initially was $0.0000004377 US dollars. And now it's worth even less than that. Brilliant. Never get morbed. Never go full morb.
You could borrow against them in a global market as opposed to having to go to Bank of America to take out your mortgage. You have a more kind of open system that people are able to, I think, transact in more creative ways.
I don't need my mortgage to be transacted creatively, sir. I need it to be done correctly so I can live in the house and pay my mortgage and pay property taxes. What are you talking about?
That's I put my house on the blockchain and then I can borrow against it.
Yeah. You can put your house on the blockchain, borrow against it, which...
You can borrow against your house now. Like, I have some equity in my house, and the prices have gone up. You all know that housing prices are ridiculous right now, and they've inflated. I guess I haven't looked in like 3 months. I keep an eye on it a couple times a year just to see what the house is worth. It's already worth well over what I paid for it, so I have equity. I could go to a bank if I wanted, like the bank I got the mortgage through, and say, hey, the asset that's this mortgage is backing, the house, is worth a lot more, and I've also paid a decent bit into it. If I had a decent credit score enough, I don't know what it is right now, I haven't looked in a while, then they can say, okay, we'll let you get a home equity loan and lend against the equity that's in your house, right? That's already a thing you do without the blockchain.
Again, like here...
And also, I wouldn't want it to be public knowledge. Like, I don't have anything to hide, but I just don't understand, why would I want it to be public knowledge on a blockchain that I'm getting loans taken out against my house if that were something I was doing? I don't even understand, like, what would the benefit be to me or even to the bank or whoever?
Actually is, you know, like a lot of the use cases are like, well, imagine that you're in a place where, you know, inflation is super high. And so this is...
Okay, but let's just do that one because that's my favorite one. I put my house on the blockchain, which doesn't really mean anything because you can't physically put it on the blockchain. And then somebody lends me whatever, 500,000 USDC or some stable coin. And then I take it and I buy some ridiculous NFT of Logan. It's probably worth 600,000 or something.
Yeah, a lot.
And then it goes to zero because they actually look at it. And now you need the money, right? Because you lent me that $500,000. I'm just like working this through. Like you lent me the $500,000 because my digital house was on the blockchain. And then you say, okay, Zach, that Logan thing was pretty stupid. I need your house. This is the record of your house that I own. And then I say, no. What do? You show up to the sheriff's department and you like, look at this like piece of cryptography that says I own this house. Like what? Like, that's what I mean. Like, what does that even mean? How do you get the house?
I think there's two separate things here. What I think you're saying implies that like the law never touches crypto, and there's like this whole separate universe. Same thing that would happen if you took out a mortgage and didn't pay would happen. You'd get repossessed.
Right.
Same thing would happen here.
Because the bank owns like the title to the house, and I've signed a bunch of legal documents showing that I've given them that, and those legal documents are basically what you're saying is we're going to recreate the entire system and just have a public record of it. That's all. That's like, to me, that's exactly what, wherever you walk these ideas through, it always ends up with like,
oh, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like right now you go to a Bank of America or wherever else. In this case, you might tap into a wider pool of borrowers who or lenders in this case, get a lower cost of capital, not negotiate with this.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to get money lent to me from a crypto person. That sounds horrifying.
Same bank. And
some of the most predatory people out there. No, thank you.
Why would I get a lower cost of capital from a random person versus a massive bank like Wells Fargo?
Well, you wouldn't. I mean, it'd be from a pool of people. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, it's just, it doesn't work. Like,
but I don't think it doesn't.
I'm all for like the technology is cool, but like there's no, as you work the idea through, the minute you put an on real asset on chain, you realize, oh, right. Like the only reason I can borrow against these real assets is because there is a document that the U.S. court system will enforce.
There's a document in this case too here, and there's no reason that the U.S. court system wouldn't enforce it. It's a smart contract as opposed to like a ream of papers or an online document.
But then what makes it smart? The whole point of a smart contract is that the computer can do everything. And here what you're saying is I've got to now take this contract to the U.S. court system. I have to prove that I own it. I need the sheriff to then show up and get me out. You've just recreated the entire mortgage infrastructure that already exists today.
on the blockchain.
He said blockchain, so it means it's smart.
But that exactly, right? It's like, and then I'm lost as to like why the on the blockchain part matters. Besides, basically what everyone means is they mean, oh, I want a public record of the transaction. Okay, right? Like, sure, that's the thing you're looking for. But ultimately, every other step in the process is essentially the exact same thing you have to do in the real world.
Yeah, I mean, and I got wrecked on the mortgage example because I've never thought through that one before.
Probably think it through next time. Just a thought. Oh god, this guy wants to sell NFTs that aren't on the blockchain. We watched part of this video before, but I just need... Guys, watch this shit. It's so ridiculous.
In 2020, I set up global acting event World Monologue Games in response to the impact COVID was having on the arts. 2 years later, we've just launched a world first embedded within another world first. In short, we're the first acting competition to turn our best ranking performers' work into NFTs, and as far as we can tell, we're the first anyone to sell NFTs without using the blockchain.
Okay, so NFTs are already stupid. So NFTs, again, because of the way that the blockchain functions, are essentially entries on an append-only ledger that say you purchased something, sort of like a receipt. So NFTs and the concept of NFT ownership are already effectively a manufactured fiction, and I'm not inherently against, like, manufactured fictional instruments, financial or otherwise, because humans create, you know, these artificial systems all the time that depend on us all agreeing, okay, this is the system we're using to organize X. But this is a level stupider, because not only is this trying to be like an NFT, it doesn't even have the receipt thing of an NFT where it's on the append-only blockchain. So it's like double stupid. It's using the veneer of a scam. They were too lazy to even... Let me put it this way. They were too lazy to even actually do the scam. It's like they're going, we could, I guess, put these on a blockchain and, you know, pay gas costs to mint these. But what if we just say, like, the word NFT and people just give us money anyway? That's what this project is.
Let me step back. In early 2020, the pandemic was starting to take off around the world and more countries were announcing lockdowns. It quickly became clear that the arts and entertainment industries were about to get decimated, since both live events and film production wouldn't be possible. I set up World Monologue Games to create a new platform.
I don't normally, historically, I don't like fortune cookies. I actually like these ones. I don't know why.
For both actors and audiences.
Maybe I'm just getting older, so like a milder taste doesn't bother me. Like as a kid, I'd eat these and be like, this isn't sweet. Why isn't it good? But like these are just a little sweet, not a ton. Pretty good.
Running it as a series of live stream events with a judging panel and viewer voting, sending the best performers into the regional finals and the best of the best to the global finals. The amount of interest was way better than I expected, with ultimately thousands of actors from 80+ countries registering and over 100,000 views across all of our videos in the first year. This was fantastic, as it was providing decent exposure for the actors that even led to a few instances of competitors being noticed by producers and getting cast in upcoming projects. The thing about World Monologue Games, though, I'm particularly proud of is how it allows people from anywhere to participate as total equals. We've featured actors from over 50 countries in the event, and our global finals have had actors from the USA, the UK, Australia, and...
So basically, this is a little project, which I actually think is a cute project, the idea of having some sort of YouTube channel or platform where people come and do... Anyone can perform acting monologues, and people can come watch and rate them, and sort of, you know... That's fine. That's kind of cute. It's an interesting idea. Instead, he wants to sell you these people's monologues. At least in theory.
Canada, but also Italy, Austria, Kenya, China, Malta, Zimbabwe, Brazil, Pakistan, Syria, and other countries both developed and developing. This isn't just a happy accident, it's the core design of the event. To make something truly inclusive, you have to actually remove the barriers that prevent inclusivity. It's not something you just say you're going to do, it's something you have to design your business to facilitate. We did this in a number of ways. We ignored age, race, gender, sexuality, and other aspects of performers' identities, beliefs, and backgrounds so that these things weren't an advantage or a disadvantage. They're just not factors. Our judging panel is made up of professionals from all over the world with different backgrounds in the creative industry so that the judging outcomes are based on a wide range.
Okay, we get it. It's an NFT thing. Why they don't want to use the blockchain. I don't need them to explain that it's a bunch of monologues. Cool. I'm cool. I think your monologue project is cool. Why do you think you can sell me this off the blockchain?
The blockchain world, or Web3, has a few problems. The whole environment is absolutely rife with scammers and hackers.
Correct, but you're also doing the thing. You're doing the thing. You're trying to basically use the term NFT to boost your sale of people's, like, YouTube videos. You're effectively trying to sell people very short monologue performance videos, which you could do without calling it an NFT. You could just say, you want to buy this video of someone doing a monologue? And I would go, no, I do not want anything less than that. Simple Cackerel says, knowing how cult-like obsession NFT bros have on just the idea of an NFT, I would not be surprised this, in the word of my own opinion and not reflected of the streamer, weak-ass scam might actually get some people. It might.
Hackers, with $85 million being lost or stolen in the 30 days prior to the filming of this video. The problem is, there's no recourse if you lose an expensive NFT to a scam or a mistake, as a transaction that succeeds cannot be reversed even if it's known to be a scam. So long as it follows the technical rule of the blockchain, once it's done, it's done. There's no consumer protection, no regulation, no compensation. No phone call from the bank saying, do you really want to sell this for 100,000th of its value? It's just gone. There are even examples of exchanges stealing customers' cryptocurrency and marketplace staff conducting what would be called insider trading and be illegal on the regular market. Web3 is filled with problems like this. Another issue is that the value of an NFT on the blockchain is tied to the chain's cryptocurrency or coin, and cryptocurrencies are highly speculative and fluctuate wildly in price. If I sell an NFT today, the crypto I get for that sale could be worth 20% less tomorrow. Even if we get a good sale price, we don't know what World Monologue games and the artists will get, since the value of the cryptocurrency can change very suddenly. And yes, it could go up, but hoping it goes up instead of down is what you could be excused for thinking of as gambling.
He's not wrong!
Personally, I'd rather cash. Scams and speculation aside, I have other issues with NFTs. Web3 proponents claim that blockchains are secure and immutable. They're very hard to hack. Any chain is hosted by...
What's with the people on the TV in the background? The people on the TV in the background are the monologues they're selling as NFTs. Those are the videos they're trying to sell people.
Numerous users, so the data...
I should say NFTs, because they're not non-fungible tokens, at least not in the blockchain way. Not that it matters, because NFTs are stupid, but this is trying to pretend to be stupid, while also being a different kind of stupid.
Is backed up many times over. But there are a couple of reasons why the NFTs themselves aren't as secure as you might be led to think. An NFT is made up of a token, which is more or less a serial number, and a link to the file itself. If the NFT you've bought is a video, it won't be hosted on the blockchain itself because of file size limits and prohibitive costs. The actual file, the video, will be hosted on an ordinary server, and it's just as likely to go down or get hacked as any other server. The file your NFT is pointing to could be replaced or removed, and your token will no longer point to the correct file or anything at all. Chains can also fork. Because a blockchain can't be edited, only appended, there's no way to reverse any transaction that's happened on it. There have been occasions where the owners of a chain are in such fundamental disagreement with each other that they create two versions of the chain, and each version continues from that point in time, the fork. But now there are two different blockchains continuing in different directions. So which one of these contains your real NFT? An NFT is enormous.
Okay, NFT is bad.
Next person at an enormous profit.
Now explain to me what you're doing.
As part of a business incubator I facilitate, I love to teach the concept of first principles. This is all about breaking a thing down to its most fundamental components. Try to identify any assumptions and challenge them. Ask, must it be done this way? Can it be done differently? So what is an NFT at its core? A unique token on a blockchain that points to a digital asset in order to allow someone to own an otherwise infinitely replicable thing.
Simple Cat Girl says, is he just explaining how bad the blockchain to convert people into buying his stuff despite using the concept that only realistically makes sense on being on the chain? Yep.
Yes, but also not really. That's not what it is at its core. I gave a more fundamental definition of what an NFT is earlier.
Is he literally just pitching us like a pay for VOD service where he's like, pay me money and you can look at these videos? Amazon does that. Like Amazon Prime Video. Like I can go and rent Morbius on there, you know, whenever it's available digitally. That doesn't make it an NFT. That's just a digital rental. What?
A mechanism to prove the ownership of a digital asset. People don't buy non-fungible tokens to own a token. This is just a receipt that points to a thing. They buy an NFT because they want to own the thing the token points to. Given this, why does an NFT have to be associated with a blockchain? It doesn't. A digital asset can be hosted off the blockchain on a hard drive or a server, and there are plenty of ways to prove the ownership. In fact, if you think about it, proving ownership of even the most basic things is problematic. If someone stole your shirt, how would you prove that it's yours if they refuse to give it back? What if they just deny taking it? You call the police and the thief tells them that you gave it to them, or just says that it's their shirt. Who will the cops believe? Without going further down the rabbit hole, let me explain how we do our off-chain NFTs. Firstly, through working with an intellectual property lawyer, we've drafted multiple contracts to handle the IP between the different parties involved. The artists, World Monologue Games, the buyers, and any secondary buyers for resales. The artists have given us the rights to the videos in question.
Okay, so you aren't making NFTs, you're literally describing selling someone the rights to something. You're just couching normal copyright law as if it's an NFT. That's so confusing. Bittergrin says, so he's just created Vimeo. Stupider.
So buyers can be confident they're getting something the seller is...
We're working with copyright lawyers to write contracts that allow you to own videos we made. Yeah. That's how buying things works. What?
Actually allowed to sell. Unlike many traditional NFTs which only sell you a token that points to a thing, we've properly handled the IP with our off-chain NFTs, so all parties know what they do and don't own and what they can and can't do with their asset. These contracts also function as proof of ownership. Anyone who claims to be the owner but doesn't have a countersigned contract isn't the owner. We also have validation mechanisms which, at the time of creating this video, are this: the owner's name and sale price on our website, the owner's name and sale price on the description of the YouTube video, a printed and handwritten certificate, and a photo of one of our staff holding the signed certificate. If there's ever a dispute of ownership, we can resolve it directly, unlike on the blockchain where most users are anonymous and whoever has the NFT in their wallet is considered the owner even if it's known to be stolen. If one of our buyers wants to remain anonymous, they can. We simply don't publish their name on the website and YouTube video, but the contract and certificate in our own private records still prove ownership.
Kippy says, what I don't really understand is, like, why should people feel compelled to own something ephemeral in the first place? Why are we leaning into consumerism to the point of wanting to call dibs and have your name stapled onto a moment or an image? Why does it matter? And I can say this as someone who collects shiny Pokemon. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's conspicuous consumption at its worst. It's buying nothing just to say you own it. Like, the whole, like, NBA Top Shots thing is similar in that it's like, you own this particular moment of this basketball game or whatever. And it's like, what does that even mean? I own the moment of this basketball game? I don't own the rights to the footage. The NBA owns that. So what do I own? The right to say that the NBA says I own this even though I can't do anything with it? Like, it doesn't make sense.
There's more details to it than this, But when you follow the fundamental principle of an NFT being...
This is silly too as a video though, because he's effectively trying to sell you something by using NFT as a buzzword that doesn't have anything to do with it. Imagine I came up to you and said like, hey kid, you want to buy a Rolex? It's an NFT. It's not an NFT because it's not on the blockchain and it's a physical object, but you know, it's like an NFT because you buy it and then I'll give it to you. You want this Rolex? Narnia Owl says they want to turn everything into an investment scheme. Yep.
A means to prove who owns a digital asset, you don't need the blockchain. Yes, it has some great benefits such as excellent security and built-in functionality to handle sales, etc., but it isn't essential. Okay, I'm just going to dive on in with 4 reasons why someone might want to buy one of the World Monologue Games off-chain NFTs. Reason 1, own art. It's kind of hard for me to spruik the merits of these performances when you can just watch them yourself and make up your own mind. But I do want to call out a few of my personal favourites. Our main category global champion, Hugo Capoletto, is a total powerhouse. His performance is so heartfelt and moving. Raphael Ferenc is absolutely terrifying and utterly convincing as a mad and I really love the passion and energy and creativity of young Syrian performer Jasmine Ghanem. Going deeper than the performances themselves.
Again, I'm sure these monologues are interesting and probably many of them are very good and like dramatic and wonderful. I don't need to, why would I buy it?
They also represent achievement. Over 700 actors submitted to the games in 2021. Fewer than half were invited to the regional finals, and only around 10 or 20 in each category made it to the globals. Every stage involved evaluation by a panel of judges, with viewer votes also factoring into the regionals and globals. These actors were the best of the best, and making it to the globals is very competitive, not to mention finishing the season on the podium. The wider context is that the actors are all performing as equals despite their backgrounds, beliefs, countries, languages, economic circumstances, etc. For an event which truly allowed anyone in the world to participate as equals.
$27, thanks for the raid. Hi everyone, I'm Hannah. Go check out $27 here on Twitch. Can I get a link to $27's channel here, please? I'm Hannah, a leftist trans streamer, and today we're making fun of crypto. We're almost done with this stream, unfortunately, but give me a follow. I do tons of fun stuff. We debunk conspiracy theories. Today we're making fun of crypto like we do pretty often. We do, you know, lefty stuff. It's all fun, so give me a follow, maybe.
These performers were truly among the best. Reason 2, support the artists and the games. Buying one of these NFTs provides income to the artists, contributing towards their ability to have a viable career in a ridiculously
Oh, what we're watching right now is a guy who's trying to sell NFTs that aren't really NFTs because they're not on a blockchain. NFTs are stupid in the first place, but he's not really even doing NFTs. He's using the clout around NFTs in order to try and sell videos of people doing monologues. It's a whole weird thing.
Competitive industry. Some of the actors have fantastic visions for future projects, so a sale can help them make these projects a reality. For example, main category bronze winner Victoria Hopkins is working on a feature film, which a monologue was actually an excerpt from, and she's currently in talks with producers and investors. Any income will help make this project more viable. It also provides an income stream to a self-funded arts organisation. World Monologue Games seasons run for 6 months and we run the event for 0 income. In fact, we've even lost a small amount of money on costs. But losses aside, we'll all...
This makes me upset because the guy's project is actually interesting. It's basically, for those who came in during the raid, it's a project that started, you know, during the deepest part of COVID lockdowns, where he and a bunch of people got together and started this organization to do a monologue competition. So people would do and film acting monologues and send them in. And, you know, they came down to judging it and there was a winner or whatever. So lots of people doing acting and providing entertainment for others and getting to stretch sort of creative muscles. Fun. This guy is now using that to try and... Again, I don't even have an issue with them making some money for this organization to keep it going, but why are you using the veneer of NFTs and crypto bullshit to try and sell people something they don't need? I honestly think he'd just be better off going on Twitter or something and being like, hey, this is our monologue competition. It went really well this last year. It was tons of fun. We want to keep it going. Here's a crowdfunding thing to keep it going next year. It'd be fine. I wouldn't care. I'd think that's cool. But instead, he's got to be like, I'll sell you these monologue videos that are NFTs, but not really. Kippy with 45 bits says, capitalism killing art again. Like, fundamentally, art is about communication. It's about connections between people and minds. So the fact that people are coupling that with exclusivity and ownership and limiting the art spread is just antithetical to the art's actual purpose. Agreed. Simple Cackerel says, completely unrelated, but this whole pitch reminds me of that Mashima company that had a weird hold on small and medium level YouTubers. What a weird period of YouTube's history. Oh, like Machinima? Machinima. Gotcha.
Always allow every participant to have a free entry, as this is central to making the event accessible for all. Not only does financial support allow us to build enhancements, advertise more, and amplify the benefits we give to performers, it just keeps the whole thing going. Reason 3, invest in art. I want to start by saying there is no guarantee our off-chain NFTs will go up in value. No one can never guarantee that. Investing in traditional NFTs or these NFTs or the stock market is a risk if your only interest is profit. That said, I think there are a few reasons why they actually might go up in value. We're the first acting competition to ever create NFTs. The collection is small and we will never add additional pieces from World Monologue Games 2021 beyond what's already included at our launch. We certainly plan to create other collections for other seasons, but this is it for 2021. These NFTs are scarce, they represent artistic achievement, and...
Are they? They're literally just a video file. It's on, I think it's even on YouTube. Didn't you, like, have it on YouTube somewhere? Where you could just watch them all anyway? So why would I need to... I could download it. I could just download all the monologues.
There are some awesome performances in the mix. They're also the first NFTs ever created off the blockchain, which, without trying to sound too up myself, I think is pretty cool. Also...
You didn't invent anything. You're literally just saying, give me money and I will give you a thing that I say is yours and you have it now.
So think about this.
That's not an invention. That's commerce.
This precedent in fine.
Does he think he invented trade?
Art. A new artist's painting might be worth a few $100 or $1,000, but if they become famous, their work can skyrocket in value. If these actors become big commercial successes, it's fair to say these NFTs could increase in value in the same way. In fact, that's a great segue onto reason 4, and part of the title of this video, creating a new market. The creative industries struggle. Most artists make a marginal living at best or have to work other jobs to survive. Yes, we see movie stars and performing artists making millions, but
I don't mean to be, like, I feel bad. I wish people had more free time and they didn't have to worry about, like getting money to have food and shelter and stuff. But telling me that, like, actors and actresses have a hard time isn't gonna make me buy your shitty NFT.
They're the elite, the absolute minority. Of the many thousands of artists I've worked with over the last decade as a producer, I barely know any who make a living doing nothing but their creative work. Even most not...
Okay, enough from weird NFT guy. Gary. Alright. I know there was just a raid, but we were close to the end anyway. So, give me a follow, maybe? Take a chance. Or maybe you already... Maybe I'm so charismatic that in the 10 minutes that you've been here, you already know you love me. So if that's the case, give me a follow. Eek the Cat, thanks for 12 months at tier 1. Happy anniversary. So let's go ahead and see who we're gonna raid. Wow, raiders, you're just on a... It's like you're getting passed around. Twitch. There we go. Undercover Beast with 200 bits says, hey Hannah, off topic, but have you heard of Bo of the Fifth Column? Here's a video linked to an example of his work, but I was mainly curious if you'd heard of him and had an opinion on his strategy and views. I'm sure I'm not the only one here who knows about him. He's a progressive advocate with broad and varied experience who uses his appearance and accent as a tool to intercept anti-progressive and expose them to an opposing worldview. Interesting. Let me take a look.
Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we're going to talk about what it means.
I think maybe I've heard of him. Interesting. I've definitely seen something of his before. I'll give him a subscribe and check him out. Blizzbear's on. We can do Blizzbear.
It's just might have a couple problems. You will run into more
Well,
problems
that's the
down
surfs.
the road.
I tried to click on Blizzbear. That's weird.
It's not like me to call out people during this stream, but like, Steph R. What's going on?
Nice vibe.
I definitely showed my vibe.
All right. So thank you, E-Composer. Thanks for following. See, E-Composer had the confidence to say, yes, Hannah may be the greatest streamer of all time. Who knows? So I got to take a chance and follow, and that's true. E-Composer, I won't let you down, and if I do, I disavow everything I've just said. All right, let's raid Blizzbear. I'll be back tomorrow, probably for Chud Watch. If not, who knows? So have a good night, everyone. Love you too, Mr. Blast. Have a wonderful evening, all. See you soon.